Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 3, Episode 25, The Scribbler's Den. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here, even if it's spooky sometimes.
Ooh. Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
Let's fucking do this!
And Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Heartseeker.
Hi everyone, I don't feel like wearing a wig today because I have a headache.
As always, I'm Lumby Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra was able to take a breath. Their new ally, Saint BX9, or Bix, had opened a portal to his shack from the back of the great Tortle Monhatnus. All of the Malenki, and most importantly, Sarah Landscar, had all been saved as well. Zenmo beckoned everyone back into the shack as Pushpa seemed to not be improving. Zavid's keen eye spotted something moving under her skin. In a flash, he scrubbed up and with the help of Nurse Softsun removed a clawed parasitoid from her abdomen. Knowing Pushpa had been injured in a raid by Lamashtu worshipping jackalwares, Zavid surmised that the Mother of Monsters was making herself known. A little bit of deception was called for, it seemed. With the safety of the tortoise compromised, it was decided to send all of the Malenki to Druma along with a magical decoy. Combining a sculpture whipped up by Khan with Zavid's shadowy magics and Reese's encyclopedic knowledge of the Arion family, Lux Et Umbra created a simulacrum of Serenulia. Identical but different, the same but not. If Seretulia could fool those in Castle Druma, surely she could fool the Dread Cabal. After sending Seretulia and the Malenki to Druma, Lux Et Umbra and Bix set off, hot on the trail of the monsters who slaughtered Pushpa's tribe. Reese and Bix combined their efforts to track the jackals back to their den. Within the depths of a long-abandoned ruin, Khan showed a newfound gift from Lao Shu Po by transforming herself into a normal rat. Silently she crawled, revealing a tall cathedral filled with jackalwares and massive jackals, a mad elf-man scratching Aslanti words on every surface, and most disturbingly, 6 heavily pregnant women with their hands chained above their heads. Sounding the squeaky alarm, Khan rallied the troops into a flurry of action. Sarah threw Khan upon her shoulders as Pipette's magic hid them from view. Zavid and Bix drew the attention of the jackal guards as Reese slipped past them, visible but unseen. The Scribbler screamed in Aslanti, an ancient dead elvish tongue, commanding his underlings to accelerate the ascended births of Lamashtu monstrosities. However, no lock can withstand Khan's dexterous fingers, nor Reese's rippling sword arm. Zavid healed the nearly slain gnomish woman with soothing magic as Sarah leapt into the fray, gun blazing. Bix was thought lost in a dog pile, but transformed himself into a hulking earth elemental. With magical repulsion opening an escape route can these poor women escape their grisly fate? What secrets lie amongst the mad rantings of the Scribbler? And what in the 9 hells is Lamashtu planning? This is where we come in today. Once again, in the ever-expansive infinite void, the massive visage of Baba Yaga, her raven hair floating around her, takes over the entire horizon before you. All around you, you see the basketball court-sized cards with the names of and symbols of gods upon them, 8 of which have been flipped. 3 remain. Ah, players, welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Baba Yaga.
Oh.
Welcome, come, get closer. It has been too long, we've been too formal. Eldritch, I believe today it is your turn to pick a card.
Indeed it is.
So few left. What thoughts run through your mind?
Well, there has been mention of Nyarlathotep, but I wonder if it would be more interesting if that remains a mystery. There also has been talk of Cassandra Lee. I sure would like to, get a little more insight about her. So, I'm going to go with Cassandra Lee.
Very well, the Iron Goddess. The Goddess of Information. She reaches her mighty hand down and grasps the card, flips it over, and begins to read. Information ebbs and flows. All around us, knowledge grows. Pluck a truth out from the weave. Behind, a memory must leave. When played, the PC automatically critically succeeds at one knowledge check. However, a glitch in Cassandali's programming causes the PC to forget one cherished memory which the player must describe.
Ooh.
A fortuitous boon, to be sure, but is it worth losing a bit of one's childhood?
This is where
Well, that'll be an interesting question for Khan.
this is
Indeed
where the
it will.
childhood gets sad.
But by just sapping it away a little bit. Her sweet 16.
This is actually perfect for you because I had a very terrible childhood.
I
So-
was thinking that myself. I was like, oh god, if Zavid gets this, he's gonna have like the one happy memory will be gone. At least Khan has a pool to pick from. Very well. 2 cards remain. I'm very interested to see what you pick next time, Elliot. Ta
you're
for
not
now.
ready.
Ta-ta!
All right. And Khan, let me give you the card before I forget into your inventory. So Cassandali, the Iron Goddess. I have dropped that into your inventory there. So whenever you'd like, you can choose to critically succeed at a knowledge check, but you have to describe a cherished, wonderful memory that Khan has that she will lose forever. You can close out of that map now as we come back to the den of the Scribbler. And let me see what I have to do, because I wrote myself notes, so...
Sounds like a
Yes.
rejected Batman villain. I
The
gotta
Scribbler, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, so the first thing I need to do before I do anything else is fix the AC of Sarah and Bix, because Fantasy Grounds just does this thing where it resets ACs for certain characters, and I don't know why it does it. It's extremely frustrating. So there, they have correct ACs now. Good. Okay. Great. So this brings us back to the Scribbler's Den, an old temple to Lamashtu that you have been. You've come in guns blazing, and you're trying to get these chained women, these forcibly impregnated women, out of here. Khan, you have undone the chains of all of the 4 at the top with the aid of Sarah. For Reese, you've undone the 2 at the bottom, and but they need to run. Essentially, none of these NPCs except the Scribbler can get any closer to Zavid, so there is a path if you kind of arc behind and around Zavid and then directly up that center tunnel. That is the escape, in case anyone has forgotten that as well.
Okay.
So, now that all that's out of the way, the very first turn is going to be these women, before I forget. So, the women who are in this tunnel are escaping north. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30... So she's going to take 2 actions to get there and a third to begin climbing. And same with this one. 2 actions to get to the end, 2 actions to get to the end, and a third to begin climbing. Then this one in front of Yukon, you have just released her from her manacles, so she's going to begin running. Thank you so much! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then the 2 down by Reese. Do you say anything to them as you cut down their chains?
Honestly, just I'd probably say, all right, stick together. You guys only have each other at this point. We'll take care of the rest.
Thank you. Bless you. 5, 10, 50, 25, 30, 5, 10, 50, 20, 25. That's as far as they can get on their turn. So, now that I have made sure I didn't forget that brings us to the Scribbler. It is the top of the round. So, what did I... Yes, okay. So the first thing that happens is the blood, some of the things that he's written in the walls and on the stone are written in blood. And some of them near his feet, the blood begins to ooze into his foot, and he heals for 20. Because he has...
Lame!
He has regeneration
Lame.
20. He has regeneration 20. So heads up, you need to at least do 20 damage if you want to hurt him per round. Secondly, he is going to use an ability called Forced Regeneration, where even more of the blood will soak up into his feet, and he heals for another 20. But that eats up an action. The first one didn't. That eats up an action. Then he is going to look at you, Zavid, and he's going to tell you to be silent and cast suggestion on you. So
Okay.
I need you to roll me.
All right.
I think I
A
will
will?
save. Yes, DC of. Let me see. What is it? His DC is 38.
Okay.
That's not a critical fail.
I'll be silent.
Okay. So
This guy's
that
making
is-
some sense all of a sudden. Yeah, I
he's
should be
making some
quiet.
sense. You should be quiet.
I should be in
so
my
let's
own
see.
lane.
Regular failure. The target immediately follows your suggestion. The spell has a duration of 1 minute or until the target has completed a finite suggestion or the suggestion becomes self-destructive or has otherwise obvious negative effects. So 1 minute, you are silent.
All right, cool. I'll just be quiet. I'll mute myself here and
Let me see. Is there a silent? No. Okay. So we'll just say that. But that's his whole turn. Let me make sure I use the. That brings it to Khan. You are up.
All right. I'm gonna run over to the Scribbler.
Great.
I'm gonna try to, punch some holes in his feet so they don't absorb so much blood.
Perfect.
good move.
Because yeah, he just healed for 40.
All right.
He
So
is
one action to
flat-footed.
move. Oh hell yeah! Control click to target.
Yep.
I hope that worked.
It did.
Okay, cool. Then she's gonna make 2 attacks against him.
Great. Stab stab.
Stab stab. The con special.
It is the con special.
To the tune of bang bang, stab stab.
She stabbed,
Ooh,
and she
nat
crazy.
1.
I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna accept it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just a reminder, you all have hero points. And Khan, I'm giving you a nice.
There we go.
Khan, I wanted to say I'm also giving you a second hero point retroactively for Saratulia because I laughed really, really hard at that. So you can have 2. The other 2 of you have 1 hero point. But hey, crit, go for it. Roll that damage.
Critical damage.
It's like you averaged out to 1 to 2 hits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you just more than undid the healing he just did. So great, and you can give him 2 debilitations.
Hell yeah. Blood debilitation, obviously.
Okay, bleeding, and that's what, 3d6?
I think it's 2d6, but let me
2d6.
double check.
Okay.
Oh
I can
gosh,
do either.
the rearrangement of things. Come on, where'd it go?
Let's
Is
see.
it
It should be.
Notes?
It should be under abilities. Debilitating strike. You can get. No. Let's see. Double debilitation? I'm not sure. Where did they go?
Bloody debilitation,
Ah, yeah, that's it.
and precise debilitations.
Those are the ones. So what are the
Yeah.
numbers? 3d6 or 2?
3d6, you were correct.
Great. 3d6 bleed. And then if roll a 3d6 in the chat and I'll add that damage. Another 9. Okay.
And I'll say the target takes an additional 2d6 precision damage from my attacks.
Great. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so that should be good, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So move, stab, end of your turn. Brings it to Sarah. Sarah Landscar. So the first thing she is going to do is use Smite Evil. So activities, or no, actions, not activities. Oops, didn't mean to click that tab. Okay, Smite Evil. So that is a buff. Then she is going to use an ability called Slinger's Reload, which allows her to, number one, use one action to reload her gun while making a melee attack. So she kind of cocks her gun as she's slicing at this guy with her scimitar. Slicing at the Scribbler. Nat 20!
Yo!
Sarah! Oh, 64 damage to the Scribbler. And then she's going to, with her last action, take her newly reloaded gun, aim it down at the Jackalware, and take a shot down at it. Natural 19, motherfucker!
Holy shit, go Sarah.
Go Sarah. She's pissed about these guys. Doing 18 damage to the Jackalware. That's all she can do, but that's great. Reese, you're up.
Right, let's see. Well, I can't remember if Reese already has his WOG activated or not.
You do, yes. You
do.
double attacked the chains above the women.
Fuck yeah, it's been a week or two.
No, you're good. I watched it yesterday. That's why I rewatched the episodes multiple times.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
So I am going to probably take my short sword, the wounding greater one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna just go.
And Zavid, you're on deck.
Okay.
Still a hit. These things are very big. They're hard to miss.
Okay, cool. And then I can't add any magic shit to my sword stuff, right? It's only arrows.
No, you can't. You just can't use those arrows, but you have your elemental assault ability
Okay.
that you have not used yet if you want to use it.
I am absolutely going to
Okay,
use that.
so before you roll damage, let's say you did the elemental thing first. So scroll down to, where is it? Oh, that's the wrong character. Oh yeah, there you go. Elemental assault. Which did you add?
I didn't. I
There's
think what I
different
will
damages.
do is fire.
Fire, great. So elemental assault. Click the magnifier.
Walking guy.
Yep, blast the walking guy. Fire. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So now roll your damage, and it should add 1d6 of fire.
Okay.
Yep, there's the fire, and you rolled maximum fire. Nice.
Oh yeah.
So 25 damage to this Jack-aware. That's 2 actions. You have 1 remaining. Oh no, you still have 1 attack on your flurry.
Yeah,
So roll that
so
attack first. Then
I'm
you have
gonna-
1 action.
Yeah. Got him.
That still hits. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Hey, 2 hits with 1 action. That's almost like a crit. And maximum fire damage again. Look at that. Lighten it
Go.
up. 1 more action, Reese. And if you
Um,
attack, you're at your biggest penalty.
if I move out of the way, is there attack of opportunity?
You have determined these do not have it. No. So you're
Right.
good to move.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna just take my next action to just kind of like move out of the way.
Cool. Hiding behind a pillar or something.
Yeah.
The square you were directly on is a pillar. Yeah, there you go. All right,
I'm
great.
just gonna-
So you got out of line of sight. That brings it to Zavid.
Yes, Zavid, yes. What shall we do?
None of these can approach you except the Scribbler, so you're safe from everything else, pretty much.
And I'm silenced. I guess I'm just gonna single action harm 3 times using
Sure.
somatic components instead of verbal,
That's true.
and hopefully just drain him of all of his life. That would be
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah, and you are prone, by the way, but I know that doesn't really matter to Zavid.
Yeah, I do it. I grab his leg.
Wonderful.
Let's see.
Do you want to roll the saves, or do you want me to do it?
I'm setting it up. I'm figuring
Cool,
it
cool.
out.
Very good.
I didn't select my character. That's probably hello. There we go. Okay, and then level 8 harms. Magnifying glass. Let's get a save on those. Yeah, get a save. First one.
Fail.
Okay.
So roll the damage on it. Do them each
Takes-
separate.
Yeah, takes
Yeah.
that.
40
And then-
damage.
Get him again.
Success, but regular. Half. He rolled a 7.
Okay.
That's 30. Yep. Good.
Okay, and then
Man, of natural 4, that's another failure. Wow. Oh, good lord. He rolled a 3, a 7, and a 4. That's awesome. 57 damage. So you just did a shit ton, even silenced. Holy crap. He's looking very bad. What did you do?
he's calling out, doing this stuff, basically trying to do his work for Lamashtu. This whole time I'd call him right in the center. I walked around. I've got this repulsion that's keeping his minions at bay. And though he was able to silence me and attack me a few times, I grab on to his leg, we'll say, and he feels his life draining and draining and draining, and he's trying to resist. He makes a valiant attempt on that second one, but he looks down and he sees me just grinning at him on the ground. So I don't actually laugh. You can hear it.
In his heart of hearts, he knows that you're ominously chuckling.
Yes, I'm silently going. And he. I can't say what I would like to say to him, so I'm just gonna do that, and that's it. I would like to say, you should have heard me out, bitch, but he didn't even wait for me to say anything. He just attacked, so this is his own fault.
He did. It's absolutely his own fault. I'm posting a GIF in Discord of what I imagine Zavid looks like right now. So that's the end of your turn. Brings it to this jackal where, seeing that their master is getting messed the F up, but knowing that it can't approach you, it's going to take out its longbow and shoot at Sarah because she's closest, and you're on the ground, so you would be difficult to hit. That is, why does it keep resetting their AC? There's no way a 33 is a crit against Sarah. That's, what the hell, Fantasy Grounds? She has a 36. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll regular damage. I don't know why Fantasy Grounds does this. It's very frustrating. But like we said last time,
I hear you.
Once your NPC's dead.
Roll20 does stuff like that too. So Sarah takes 22 damage. That sounds more like it. Khan, by the way, you were invisible, but you attacked, so you are now no longer invisible. But you also have haste, I just noticed. So
I realized that a few minutes ago. I'm gonna take the turn as is. I'm gonna take it as is.
Okay. Yeah, but you do have haste. So the jackal, it attacks Sarah. I give her the damage. Great. It's going to just keep shooting at over at you guys. It's going to take one at the newly appeared Khan. Natural one. Nope.
That green rat wasn't there before.
Green rat wasn't there. And then it's going to try at the prone Zavid, but almost assuredly miss. Natural 7, not a chance. Okay. That brings it to a jackal. This one is going to attack good old Bix. Melee attack with a bite. Hey, well, let's double check and make sure Bix's armor didn't just get reset as well. Just to be sure. No, Bix is good. That was a good old classic, actual, real, honest to goodness hit. Great. Not bad damage. 17. It's going to use a second action to knock down Bix onto the ground, make him prone. Boop. And then third attack is just going to be another melee attack on it. Another bite. That's probably a... Oh, that was a nat 20. Wow. I thought that was going to be a 2. So, Lucky Jackal gets a crit on the prone Bix and takes away the rest of his temporary hit points for his transformation into an Earth Elemental. Brings it to this Jackal. It has the two of you in its sight. So, it is going to Battle Axe down at the prone Zavid. It has reach. It doesn't need to come closer to you. That's a hit. Not too much, 22 damage. Then it's going to try to Battle Axe down at Sarah. Probably a hit. Yep, great. I'm wasting a lot of really good rolls on these guys, at least. And then it's going to try to bite down at you, Zavid. Again, doesn't need to get close because it has reach. That's not going to hit, no. Critical miss. Saint BX9. Alright, I wrote down notes for what I wanted him to do. So the first thing he's going to do is... He has his giant elemental arms raised, and he finally slams them down into the ground around him, rumbling and erupting the earth near him, and he enters rough terrain stance. So everything adjacent to him is now going to be rough terrain. Now, next, he is going to use shifting terrain stance, which means that these three need to roll reflex saves. Otherwise, they become, I think, clumsy. Let me see if I can force that on them. Let's see, rough terrain stance. Where are you at? I didn't put a thing for it. Good for me. So, Jackal 4 needs to roll reflex. Then Jackal 1 reflex. And check aware 3. Reflex. His DC is 36, so they got fail, crit fail, and fail. Wonderful. So, what does that even do? Sorry, I should have had all of these up. Shifting terrain. Okay, so failure. There we go. Failure is clumsy 2 for 1 round. So, clumsy, and then clumsy 2 for a round, and prone. So, that's clumsy and prone. Now I need to change all of those clumsies to number 2. Sorry this is taking so long.
No worries.
But it's helping you guys, so at least there's that. 2. And this is... Got that one. Clumsy. 2. Clumsy reduces any dexterity-based effects, so that it decreases their armor. So that makes them more easier for you to hit. Okay, that's... oh wait, no. Bix has 1 action remaining, and since he is now an Earth Elemental, he is going to use Earth Glide to move himself to here, to block any of them from approaching you guys. That's the end of his turn. Bringing it to this Jackal. It is clumsy 2, and it can't move any closer because of Zavid, so it's going to take a longbow shot at Bix. Nat 20. Great. 50 damage, but Bix is an Earth Elemental, so he resisted a big bunch of it. Just going to keep going with the longbow, because that's all it can do. What is... Okay, there's no way that should have been a critical. Hang on. There we go. It keeps resetting the armor. What the deuce? 32, that is a miss. Okay. So, last one. I should, see if there's a... Yeah, good miss. I should see if there's a fix for that, because it's starting to get very, very frustrating. This dude can't actually move at all, or it has no ranged attacks, so it's going to just use Hypnotic Stare at Bix to reduce his will saves by 2 if he needs to make them. This one, however, can bite at Bix. He's really keeping these things occupied for you guys. So that's a bite, that's a hit. Okay. Then, at penalty, bite again. Another hit. That was a really high roll. And then bite. Miss. Alright. Okay. End of the round. The women's turn now. They get to escape. These three who were climbing make it out. So I'm just going to put them here to indicate they're out. This one uses 1 movement to get there. Second and third movement to get out as well. These two run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They are able to get to the end, but they can't start climbing out yet. Brings us to the Scribbler. He is bleeding and flat-footed. He's not in a good way. Let me see if there's any spells I want him to cast. Not particularly. Those are not helpful. Great. So he's just going to stab down at the guy who's doing the most damage at him, which is you, Zavid.
What?
It's a natural 3, but I still hit.
What the heck?
Okay. 18 damage to you. Oh, right. He heals 20 just because more of the blood soaks up into his feet. So that's... and then he is going to, once again, use Forced Regeneration to heal another 20. But that uses up an action. Then... He is going to... He hits you with his kukri. He's going to bite down at you with his last action.
No, stop it.
Oh, that's a hit. Good. So
Good.
Bite damage, and I need you to roll a Fortitude save, DC 48.
Savid?
Yes, Zavid, because you just got bit by this guy who...
Rabies check.
Yeah, basically. Ooh, 30. That's a fail. So you gain the effect of Jackal Spit, which is 3d6 poison and stupefied 1. So 3d6 poison.
But that's my secret cap. I'm stupefied all the time.
So can you give yourself 12 damage, please?
Can you... stop hurting me?
We'll see.
And then this is a boss fight. And then
Is it?
Stupefy.
I didn't get the memo on that one.
Well, lieutenant. Let's see. He's more of a lieutenant, I guess. And then I think that's the end of his round. Yeah. So he's going to bleed a little, 9 damage, and he fails his bleed check. So he's going to continue bleeding. Con, you're up. And
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get him going. He's hurting Zavid a whole lot. He's giving him rabies. I can't stand for that.
Ah! Except you don't hear that. You just see.
Yeah. I see like the foam bubbling up out of Zavid's mouth, and I'm like, oh, this has gone too far. I've got to put him down.
Put me down. You put me out of my misery.
Both of you down. Anyway, stab attack at the Scribbler.
Okay.
And this will do an extra bit of precision damage.
Right, the extra 2d6.
If it hits,
That is a miss. His AC is slightly higher than that, yes.
Yes. Alright, let's try that again.
Still a miss! Oh no!
Still a miss. I'm just going for broke. Con is just gonna use all 4 of her actions with haste. Still a miss!
35. His AC is 42. Well, 40 with flat-footed. You missed him by 1 on that first one, and then you missed him by 2 on the second one. Got 1 action left.
Yeah. Would I just use the lowest penalty?
You would, yeah.
Alright, cool. We're just going for it.
It thankfully it does not go lower than the -10.
Yeah. I don't have any 1-action spells, and I
have
don't
shield.
I have shield, but he's going after Zavid.
That's true.
Okay.
He's not attacking you. Yeah, you. All right.
Yeah, Con like goes blender mode, but it's to no effect. I think he like puts out a hand and puts it on Con's forehead, and her arms aren't long enough to get him with a knife.
Her one true weakness. He did have the extra jackal legs that he grew. Yeah. So that brings it to Sarah. She's gonna take 1 swipe at this guy. That's a miss. Okay. You're not doing so hot, are you, Zavid?
I'm doing fine.
Do you have a plan to help yourself, or do you need help?
I always have a plan to help myself.
Okay.
I am an opportunist.
Okay. Then I think she's going to... See, that was not a good time to miss. I'm very annoyed she missed. Oh well. I think she's going to stay here, move to here with a step, and cast Lay on Hands on you, Zavid.
Wow.
So, just target Zavid.
She failed her roll today, though, didn't she? I don't know if she'd help me.
Oh, you're right. She did.
Don't let her help me.
You're right. She did fail that, and you are diametrically opposed. You're correct. Okay. Then a swing was going to be a swinger's reload, and she's going to take a second action to shoot the jackalware below her. That should hit. Okay. Do some damage. It's not looking so good. Let's see, that's 1 action, 2 action. Okay. 3rd action, she is going to attempt to intimidate the Scribbler, and say, Your gods are gonna fail in this endeavor! So... 37 against his... Meets or beats! 37!
Yo!
So, let's see, that makes him frightened 1, which makes him slightly easier to hit. Okay, that's the end of Sarah's turn. Reese, you are up.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is use probably like another one of my elemental things, but I'm gonna do the arrows
Sure.
and just peek out behind them and fire them at the werejackal.
Sure.
Or jackalware.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and longbow at this guy. Okay, or not. Try that again.
But you have one more at your highest.
Exactly. Okay,
That should do it. Yeah, that's a hit.
Alright, cool. So then, do I just do the elemental fire?
That one should
damage?
automatically be there still, I think. Let me double check. Reese, oh, there's so much on you.
I know.
Well, roll it. We'll see. It'll show like a red d6 if it's correct.
Okay.
If we don't see an orangish red d6, just roll an extra d6.
Okay.
Oh, I see it. Damage 1d6 fire. Yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
Yep, 25 damage to Jackalware number 2, and you have 2 actions remaining.
Alright, and I'm just gonna fire the last 2 at him too.
Cool.
So, would that be 2 at the lowest, or?
Mm-hmm. 2 at the lowest.
Okay.
And Zavid, you're on deck.
Okie dokie.
That's a
Jesus.
miss.
Okay. And
Jackalwares have an AC of 34. That was a pretty big miss, yeah.
I
Ooh.
hope I fucking make that.
Yeah, natural 20. There you go.
Alright.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
So you sink another flaming arrow into this thing. It's not looking hot. That one's doing bad.
Well,
So
it
I
is
think
looking hot, but...
It is looking hot, actually. Yeah, that's true. So that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Zavid, it's up to you.
To kill Mr. Scribble?
No, Con missed 4 times. And Sarah missed as well. But Sarah shot the Jackalware beneath you at the south, and then intimidated the Scribbler, so his AC and shit is a little lower. Because he's frightened.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Baby, don't squirm, baby. Okay. How many did I use?
3.
I don't think I've used any harms outside of that, did I?
That's correct, you have not.
So I have a lot of harms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess, the tried and true. Hold on. Does it take...
Does it take a
Undeath's
verbal
Blessing
component?
is one action, but it doesn't... I don't remember if it's specifically verbal or somatic.
Let's look. That's extremely important.
Yeah.
Undeath's Blessing. Somatic. That's it. One action. Somatic. You can do it.
Undeath's Blessing on myself.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to single action harm him.
Okay.
So,
You already have him targeted.
yeah, I went away from where it was.
Nat 2! Failure! Let's see that damage. 40. He's looking very bad.
And then in the
Oh,
same...
wait. Yo, it gave it to him. Good.
And then in the same moment I do that, I mean, it's plus 80. That's
Mm-hmm.
incredible. I think it's plus 80?
80 sounds right.
Because it's like 10 per level, I think.
Mhm,
Because
and you're
it's normally
casting
8, but with
levels.
Undeath's Blessing,
Yeah.
I'm adding 2 per level, so it's 10 per level. So that's... Good lord. I'm about to gain...
Yeah, throw it in the chat and I'll heal you up.
Oh my lord. Wait. Yep, that's 8d10 plus 80. Here we go.
Oh, I see a lot. 120.
I would like to gain back 120 hit points, please.
You are now at 31 wounds as you silently do this. What does that look like?
I want it... story-wise, I want it to be I'm, like, sucking away his health and I'm gaining my health back.
Nice.
Still staring him down, and I want him to feel the futility of his actions and understand that there's nothing he can do to escape his fate. By the way, does he have to concentrate or anything on, like, his silence spell? Is there any way I can break free of that, or...
Great question. Let me look. I don't actually know. Because I don't think concentration is a thing, but let's see.
No, that's a 5e thing. I just don't know what it is.
Yep,
in
your hunted words are
Pathfinder.
difficult. The target must attempt a will save. You just regular failed, so the target immediately follows your suggestion. The spell has a duration of 1 minute or until the target has completed a finite suggestion, or the suggestion becomes self-destructive or other obvious negative effects. It doesn't say anything about giving extra saves,
I'm good.
so I think that's it.
There's no negative effect of me, not talking. I'm kicking his ass.
Yeah,
Silent.
true, you are. You absolutely are. So that takes it to this jackalware. It's going to attempt to bite at Bix, since it's right there. Doesn't have to get any closer. Regular hit. Bix is not looking so hot. Still up, I think. Yeah, he has 4 hit points. Love it. So, going to attempt another bite. Miss. And one last one. Bix is immune to poison in his current state. That's why he doesn't have to roll a saving throw, by the way. And a critical miss bite against Bix. This jackalware can't get closer. This one, though, is going to swing its battle axe down at Sarah. Hit with a 36. Doing 30 damage. Then it's going to try to bite her. Hit. Sarah, however, is not immune to poison. So she has to roll a fortitude save. The DC's not high. Ooh, that's probably not going to be enough, though. Oh, wait, he doesn't have that. Only the Scribbler has that. Never mind. So that's good, because that was a very low roll. And that's it. Brings it to Bix, who is... Let me see here. What can he do? Holy crap. Ah! Aha! Do any of you speak, like the Orin primal language, or whatever it's called?
No.
No? Okay, well, you hear a sound that sounds like grinding stone, and you see Bix float, like sink into the stones and disappear as he casts Meld into Stone.
Love that for him.
Yes, he has 4 hit points. He needs to dip for a second.
Yeah.
So he's here. There we go. Can you see him still, Bix?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
There, he's gone.
oh,
Yeah, he's gone
there?
now.
Now
Yeah.
he's gone? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So that brings it to Jackalware 3. He can only shoot over at Sarah. Ooh, nat 16. That was a good hit.
Oh, the big guy's gone.
Hmm?
Sorry, I came back and the Scribbler's
Oh,
gone.
yes. Oh, the Scribbler is not gone, but Bix is disappeared. He cast Meld into
Oh,
Stone.
okay. I was saying the Scribbler for. I was thinking Bix was the Scribbler.
Ah, no. Oh, that was a huge miss. And then 3rd longbow shot over at Sarah. Natural 3, critical miss. Great. This one can't do anything. You're getting so much mileage out of that repulsion spell. That one can't do anything. Brings it to the end of the round. Top of the round, the Scribbler's turn. Oh, wait, no, the women. So the last 2 use their entire turn to escape fully. Now it's the Scribbler. Oh, he didn't like that none. He immediately heals for 20 by soaking up more blood. He's going to use an action to force regeneration to heal another 20. So that brings it to
Back to where he was before I sucked the life out of him.
about 196. There we go. And then he's going to he's going to try to bite down at you again, Zavid. He's just going ham on this. Ooh, that's a hit. And then I need you to roll. Oh wait, you already. Yeah, so roll.
He's
again.
already rabid.
You are, but you can go down. So roll another Fortitude save, DC 38.
Rabies too?
Oh, if I must.
Hydrophobic Boogaloo. That is a failure.
I'll use my
So you
hero
go to-
point for this
Oh,
one.
Okay, go ahead.
Shane
Hero
uses
point.
the one-armed baby attack.
Yeah. How's that?
That's much better. That passes. So you do not go any further or have any worse effects from that. Excuse me. Second attack, he's going to bite at Khan. Maybe? That's a hit. Not a crit, though. So Khan, please roll me a Fortitude save DC 38.
You got it.
Take 39 piercing damage. 33, that is a failure. So Khan, you get Jackal Spit, so 3d6 poison, And you are stupefied for, I think, a round? Yeah. Stupefied on Con. And you take 9 additional damage, so I'll give you that.
Feel the wrath of my jackal
There you
spit.
go. Third action, he is going to swing behind him with his kukri at Sarah. That's probably going to hit. I rolled really high. Okay. He rolled just high enough to hit all of you, but he's not high enough to crit any of you, which is good and bad. But end of his turn, he takes some bleed damage. He still fails, so he's going to continue bleeding, and he takes 14 bleed damage. Brings it to Khan.
Alright. Khan has an idea that is probably unnecessary in the grand scheme of things, but is gonna look pretty cool.
Nice.
I want to do another bullshit chain lightning, but because there's such a gap between Jackalware 2 and the other collection of friends, Khan is gonna run into the middle of the fray and be a point of conduction.
Yes, I love that. Okay, I have, yes, do it. That's fun, fantastic.
Okay.
So as long as you have to take the save and the potential damage too.
Did you fail your save this morning?
I did
No,
fail.
she critically failed it.
So it's in the
So
name
you're
of
exactly the kind of shit.
Thematically, it's crazy enough to work.
Yeah, this is thematically exactly the kind of shit she'd do.
Yeah. Can Khan voluntarily fail the save to make sure it transfers on?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
yes, absolutely.
So Khan, foam pouring down from her rat mouth, Naruto runs to the center.
Great.
One second.
Sure. Okay, I think I have. Oh.
All right.
Okay, I have them all targeted for you.
Nice, great, thank you.
Mhm.
I have a cat in my room right
Hell
now.
yeah.
She snuck in. So
I'm
if
jealous.
you see like a tiny creature, like behind me in my background, that's what it is. It's not a ghost, it's a cat.
Heck yeah.
All right, chain lightning. Let's do this.
Okay, so make them all roll their dex save. I have them selected for you. So you just click the magnifier to the right of Chain Lightning, and then click the D20 that's where it says Ref DC 34. That's saves and fails. I don't see any crit saves. No crit fails, but no crit saves. So, alright, that's going to be damaging. So, roll the little blood icon. That should give them all the correct amount of damage.
I think just because it would look very cool, like it would still have the same effects, but just for the sake of looking cool, which I think is an admirable goal, I think that can the lightning all arc out from Khan's point, as you know,
Yes.
there's a rumbling of thunder even underground in this crevice. There's a blinding flash of light centered directly on Khan that arcs out from her. She's a little crispier now than she was before.
Yes, you took 41 damage, by the way, which I just gave to you. So, yeah, it looks like only one of them actually failed, but the others only succeeded. So it does work. A bunch of them take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them take 20, and one takes 41. So that's 141 damage that you just doled out. Yeah, that's spectacular. Using yourself as the center point, the origin of this magical electric explosion, you deal a not insignificant amount of damage to all of these people. There it is, cast, and you still have your one haste action left.
I have my one haste action. Not really sure what I can do.
You could move back into position to stab the Scribbler next round.
Very true. Or in case Seranulia stabs him.
Yeah.
You can stab in response. Khan stumbles back to where she was.
Yeah, as you said, a little coming off one of the furs on the top of her head.
Mm-hmm.
That brings it to Sarah. Okay. Well then. So she's going to first use Slinger's Reload to allow her to reload her gun and attack the Scribbler. So she's going to swing her scimitar at him. That's probably not going to hit. Yeah, not really. So it reloads her gun, though, which she then shoots down at the Jackaware beneath her. Maybe? Almost still a miss. Not great. Third, what can she do? Gonna intimidate the Jackaware beneath her for next round. So she's gonna look at it and say, and just growl at it. Oh, that's probably not gonna work. 28. Wow, that's just meter beat. Holy crap, that actually worked. She rolled a natural 2, and it's still. She's an intimidating lady. So it's frightened on a 1. Let's see, and a Sarah. Reese, you're up.
Okay, cool.
Sarah's a legendary at intimidation.
I'm gonna try to just keep going at the Jackalware too. Like,
Great.
at this point, ducking
It's
cover.
on it.
Yeah.
It's on its last legs, like literally.
Exactly.
If you hit, you don't even need to roll damage.
Cool. All right. Let me go and do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
That hits. You're welcome to roll damage, but you don't need to. That's 2 hit points.
Just for funsies, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dice go burr.
There we go. So that one does indeed. And the weird thing is, as it dies, its body begins to shrink down from the massive size it was. And that it's not that big, it's not that big, it's not that big. And what it ends up being is a regular-sized jackal that is dead, laying on that big blood splotch there.
Oh, cool.
So it reverted to the form of an actual jackal. Yeah, I'll have you roll for that later. So that's one of your 2 first attacks.
All right, I'm gonna move to the next pillar to get a little closer.
Great.
Which one is the Scribbler?
The Scribbler is the one directly to the north of you, in between Zavid, Khan, and Sarah. He's kind of getting ganged up on by them.
Cool. I'm gonna change my positioning then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then I'm gonna just lay into the Scribbler.
Cool. He's not looking great.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is take my longbow, since I have one at full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should probably get the one at full. Not enough.
Ugh. Damn.
Yeah.
It's okay. That was a 7, so let's see. I'm gonna just use my last 2 on the lowest, and if I get lucky, I get lucky. If I don't, I don't.
Okay. On him or on the jackal things to the right?
On the Scribbler. If I can
cool.
get more damage in, I will.
Sure, see if you can roll high. Ooh!
Oh god,
not quite.
is like 17 like the minimum for him?
His AC is, well, he's flat-footed, so his AC is currently 40.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's quite high.
Yeah, that is very, damn. Okay, then I'm just gonna, whatever, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I crit.
Yeah, a nat 20 is a nat 20. Yeah. You rolled all really high, just
He
not high
did.
enough. Yeah,
Worth
so
it to try to get the shot this round on him to try to get damage weakened, but I'm probably going to focus on the other jackal wares after.
Excellent choice. So that brings it to Zavid. Still prone, still stupefied and silent.
Yeah. Is there a way I can get rid of stupefied?
No,
silent, I mean.
It's just waits a minute.
It's a minute?
Yeah. It's been 2 rounds, so it's been like 12 seconds. There are potions and stuff, but I don't think you have any of them.
Yeah, what do I have? Thanks for reminding me I have an inventory.
Yeah, you have items.
On fantasy ground, don't make us wait. Alright, I don't think I did. Wow, I got a lot of shit I didn't do anything with. Oh!
That's how it always goes.
Wait a second. Wow, what do you do? Okay, so that one's... Well, I mean, that's not too bad. I'm gonna build a snare.
You took feats for it. Do it.
I took a feat. I could do it in an action. So I'm gonna build a snare,
Great.
and I'm
That's
gonna
hilarious.
point to Sarah Nulia to like push him into the snare.
Mhm.
It is it's a bomb snare. I have 3 bomb snares. It's a 26 DC reflex save, but it deals 66 damage from one of Khan's alchemical items, or more if she has like a bigger, better item.
Hilarious. Okay.
It's a 3rd level moderate alchemical bomb, but if she's built better bombs, it would deal more
Eldritch,
damage.
your cat's attacking your lights behind you. Just let you know.
I'm very aware. That's why I'm
Okay.
muted. It's,
Okay, I was
it's pretty loud.
I was just in case you didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
Um,
Shane.
Her
so I
name
guess
is Mellow, by the way.
Oh.
I guess my question is, how much damage does an alchemical item of Khan's?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's items? So, let's go with just Alchemist Fire. Come on. You are not high enough level for that. So, 11th level is the highest you can get. So that's 3d8. Plus 3 persistent.
So this thing must be using its own rules because it says 66.
Oh, okay. Then 66 is fine.
Sorry. It deals damage equal to 3 times the direct hit damage.
Good lord.
3 times
Okay.
3d8?
3 times 3d8. So that's
9d8.
yeah, 98.
Okay.
If you can make it happen, that's
I'd like
worth
to
it.
use that. I'd like to use that.
Hell
I
yeah,
don't know
that
if
sounds
the
great.
DC increases.
We'll call
at
it
all.
your DC, whatever your spell DC is.
Okay, 33, I think.
I think it's higher than that. Oh, look.
Is it 36? Sweet.
I'll check. So, what is your plan precisely? And yeah, it's
I'm
36.
going to set up the snare in the 5-foot square that I'm in.
Mhm.
I've got that feat that allows me to just whip it out,
Yep.
put it out. It doesn't take very long at all. And then I'm going to use an action to stand up, and, like step back.
Aren't you faster to slink away on the ground with your feet?
I guess I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a little misplay when I healed myself. I did a 2-action harm to heal myself instead of a 1-action. So I'm gonna just subtract an action and just move away. So
Sure.
1 action to put down the thing, and then 1 action to move, and then
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
That sounds good to me. Yeah, so you're out of the way. That brings it to a Jackal-ware. They're just going to keep hurling arrows over there since they can't do anything else. So Sarah takes an arrow. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And Khan, one comes your way. Ooh, nat 2, that's not going to do it. And a third one back to Sarah, because they still don't see Reese. Natural 14, miss. Jackal can't do shit. Bix, you are unsure what is happening beneath your feet, but let me roll something. Hang on. It's this. So... why is it not rolling? Whatever. So it's... okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright.
Oh my god.
Whoop. There we go. So, Jackal-ware continues to fire their longbow over at all of you. That's... I don't think that... nope. Khan, you get an arrow whizzing past you as well. Nope. And one more over to Sarah. Nope. Critical miss.
Lighting
Jackal
through
can't
your
do
aim up,
anything.
huh?
Yeah, they can't see what's going on. This one can't get any closer as well. End of the round. That brings it to the women. They have all escaped now. Fantastic. So I'm going to take them off the tracker. Congratulations, the women have escaped. All 6 of them.
Yay!
Yay, good job.
Some of them are
Scribbler's
still
turn.
pregnant with monsters, but you know.
That is a
in
problem.
safeties.
That's a problem for 2 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I do this, I need to remember that I have a thing next to it. Okay, so Scribbler is going to attempt to strike out at Khan with his kukri.
Watch your mouth.
He does hit. However, I remembered this time. Sarah Nulia is going to use Retributive Strike.
That's what I
Did she?
have.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah, yeah.
no. You have a different thing. She has what Demirius has.
That's right. That's right.
So she's going to take her sword, or she's going to shoot out with. No, she's in melee. She's going to take her sword and try to slice out at the kukri incoming attack with her reaction. So you gain resistance, and then I'm going to do the full damage, but then I'm going to heal you from her.
Okay.
So you will take kukri damage. You take 28 damage, but you heal for 17. Let me make sure she's not... Okay, she's targeting speed, so you're going to heal 17. There we go. As she reaches out, no! And slashes away at his attack.
That evil rat will fall by my blade.
Exactly. Oh, but she gets to make an attack as well. That's one of the best parts. So she gets an attack. Nat 20.
Oh,
So she
fucking
critically
yeah, Sarah.
strikes him with the retributives. That triggers your reaction.
Yeah.
So he takes a ton of damage, 54 damage, and that triggers your reaction. This was just 2 reactions. This is happening on his turn. That not quite a hit.
Not quite.
Not quite. Really close
Can I-
though.
Can I hero point it?
Yes,
'Cause
absolutely.
It's too cool to pass up.
Yeah.
It is. You need to roll a 12, I think. Yeah,
We'll
12.
see though.
Those
I
aren't
mean,
bad odds.
That's not terrible odds, no.
All right. Big money, no whammies.
Come on.
Whoa.
That's a whammy.
That's a
I'm sorry.
whammy.
That's a
That is
whammy.
a
That is
whammy.
decidedly a whammy. I'll let it be.
But you still got... You didn't take as much damage, and she got a good hit off, so it wasn't a total waste. So that was his attack. So he gets a second attack. He's going to swing around and bite at Sarah, because he didn't like that at all. Oh, nat 1. That's great for you guys. And he's just going to go for broke third one at Sarah. I don't think a nat 15... Oh, nat 15 still hit. Okay.
He's really strong.
He
You
is.
made
He's
him really strong.
I did,
you
yeah.
forget?
37 damage to Sarah. End of his round, he takes some bleed damage. 6 bleed, or 5, yeah, 6. And, no, he rolled a 6, so he failed again. He's still bleeding. Con, it's your turn. He's... you know what? I forgot to heal him. But it's already passed. Hands off the chess piece. That's on me. So,
Also-
You
Conan,
insist.
Also, by the way, before the turn starts,
Hmm?
I realized something.
Hmm.
Another little mistake of mine.
Hmm.
I don't have the movement to move out of the square of the trap I just set. It takes all 3 of my actions to make
Oh,
that
really?
trap.
yeah. Okay.
So I've made it, and I'm like, push him into me, but I'm gonna get hit with it too.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, I have an idea. If that's the case, I have an idea. Continue on.
I just realized I misplayed that again.
Hmm.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Then I guess I'll try to shove him into Zavid's trap.
Alright, that's an athletics check then, against his fortitude DC.
Ooh.
Ugh. I would maybe recommend letting Sarah try that.
You know, I will. Con is not particularly athletic.
Yeah.
Like she's pretty good, but it's like
You need a 39, so
Ow.
you would need a nat 20. That's the minimum you would need to roll, is a nat
Oh
20.
yeah. I'll stab him
Yeah.
in his toes again.
You need to roll a 12 to hit him with his AC. You need a 20 to knock him
Yeah,
over.
listen, if you can kill him, then forget my trap. That's fine.
Yeah,
We don't
there's
need the
that.
trap. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Are
a
the
miss.
miscellaneous cat noises picking up on the mic?
No.
Not at all.
Aw, that's a bummer because
That is a
she's really
bummer.
cute.
You guys are missing out. huh?
It's okay. I have Bowie over here. He's napping.
Aw. Alright, let's try this again.
That
Can't hit this guy for real!
He's hard to
seriously.
hit.
He is. That was a low roll, though, unfortunately.
He swapped
Yeah.
out your dice for weighted dice. That's what happened.
Oh, that's what a bonehead move on my part.
Yeah,
So,
these aren't my
you could
dice.
cast a
What the
spell.
heck?
You still have 2 actions.
Yeah. Can I acid splash?
Sure. Let's see. How does that one work? Is that an attack? Acid splash. Yeah, ranged spell. So just You have... Oh, I'm going to untarget all the others for you.
Yeah.
So, con... Yeah, untarget. There we go. Now you're
Alright.
good. So
So-
click the thing that says R spell under your acid splash, or click the little sword button. Either one will work.
Okay. Sword button.
Not enough, but still pretty close. How do you do acid splash? Where does it come from?
I might have previously established that it's just Khan using alchemical materials to just throw acid in his face.
Nice.
But I think maybe that has changed. Maybe she's like reaching for her acid materials, but it's just splashes out of her hand, and she's like, "What?" And it falls flat. But it's like, what? I mean, she shouldn't be too surprised. She can summon lightning, but acid out of the hand is too much.
It's a little too much. Okay, so I think that's the end of your turn. Which brings it to Sarah.
Maybe she thinks like lightning is magic, acid is biological. She's like, when did I have acid glands, right?
When did I mutate?
like Peter Parker getting his webs.
Yeah, instead of web, it's acid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah is going to attempt a Slinger's reload to reload her gun and take a slash at the Scribbler. Come on, natural 19.
Sweet. Is she not gonna push then?
She is, yeah. But let's take.
Oh, okay.
25 damage.
Can I
my
strike
God.
since I
Yes,
got my
you
reaction
can.
back?
You can. You have your
Yay.
reaction back, so go ahead and slash. That's
Oh
what
my
I was
God, well,
hoping for.
This might do it instead. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when you
Highest.
can't talk.
12. That'll do it. Yes. Go ahead and slash, or do your damage.
Do the damage.
You did it by 1. How do you want to do this, Khan?
Yes.
He had 30 hit points exactly.
Oh. Vaughn, Vaughn is still in the heat of battle, but wondering what's with the acid. Sarah Nulia, strikes this guy. I think he just falls onto Khan's dagger.
Yes.
That's funny. That's
not
really
a
funny.
big dramatic, strike from her. It's just an accident.
Flump.
And then the blood that he's been soaking up spills on Khan once again. So
It's like squeezing a sponge.
just
Very
like you
bad.
can't avoid it every battle, you're just covered in blood.
And it just seeps all onto you. Blip, 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 blip. But he is dead. There you go. Sarah still has 2 actions. She's going to turn around, and she just reloaded her pistol, so she's going to fire at the jackal. Where?
I'm gonna BRB.
Probably
I have
gonna
to.
miss.
I have to
Sure.
free the cat.
No problem. And her third action is going to be to run over here because she's getting her ass kicked, peppered with arrows, to take a little cover. Reese brings it to you.
Sweet. So, from where I am, can I hit any of them?
Absolutely, the front 2.
Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna go and get some arrows at Jackalware 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, or not. It's okay because that's why
Yep.
I have the log.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go and hit. Actually.
Yep, that one hits.
Yep, that one hits, and I'm gonna do them elemental.
Great.
I don't know if it's still going to react though, because the last time when I was trying to hit the Scribbler, I'm not sure if it did. So
Okay, well, let me see. Which arrow are you using?
I'm gonna use lightning.
Lightning arrow. Cool. So it should be... Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I see what it's supposed to be. That is not rolling correctly.
Yeah, that
So-
not
Roll 3d6.
Okay.
Because you're missing 2 more piercing or 2 more light electricity, and you're missing your fire. So roll 3d6 in the chat, and I'll add it.
Yeah. 3. Here we go.
7, so that's Jackalware 1, which is that one. Hey, nice, that was just enough. Okay, so that one, oops, there we go.
Also, there isn't electricity, so we'll just say air.
Okay, so that one, your arrow whizzes over to it and sinks into it, and just as the one near you, as it dies, and it reforms into the shape of an actual jackal. You have 2 actions remaining.
So we're just gonna move over, and get try to get number 3.
Okay. Not quite. 30. And 1 action remaining.
And we're gonna. Nope. Okay.
Not quite. Okay. End of your turn. Brings it to Zavid. This
Am I
dude
still
just died in
silenced?
front of you. No. His spell is now ended.
And then I go, that sucked. And I'm gonna stand up, and I see these stupid animals, these jackals, and I'm going to. I don't know. Oh my god, is Khan okay? Oh, sorry. I zoomed out. The yellow dot next to her made it look like it was gray. I thought Khan was dead.
Oh, jeez. No, Khan's fine.
Oh my god.
Khan got the kill.
I'm gonna move back. See.
Oh, yeah, you're no longer prone, so I'll take that off of you.
I can go about this far on 1 action. I'm gonna go. So hold on. Standing up is an action, right?
Yes.
I'm actually skittering. I'm skittering.
Okay. So
I
you're still
think
on the
I can-
ground, so I will keep you
I can
prone.
use 2 actions to get here, and then I would like to get that piece of paper that's just sitting there.
So happy you're the one that picked that up. Okay. Let me grab this.
Because right now I don't have a lot of ranged options. I can do like telekinetic projectile, but I'm gonna trust
sure.
that my friends can do some stuff.
Okay. So you find a letter on top of that dais. It's written in a strange language, which you just so happen to be able to speak. So I'm going to drop this into your inventory really fast here. Because I don't want to read this since you are the one who picked it up. So it's called Letter to the Scribbler, and you recognize that it's in Shadow Tongue, and that's in your inventory now. It's called Letter to the Scribbler.
Okay.
Yeah, you recognize it immediately as Shadow Tongue. It's not weird to you.
Does Zavid realize it's in Shadow Tongue?
Oh yeah, immediately. It's his native tongue.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't
So
sure if
that's-
it was kind of like
I-
oh yeah, I know this.
I read it over for the turn, and I'm gonna end my turn. I have my back turned to the whole fight as I'm reading
Okay.
this.
Great. So that brings it to Jackal that can't do anything, so that's its turn. Whoop, I don't know what I just clicked.
I'm also
Then-
far enough away now that they can start to approach because it's 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
so they can actually get to where Khan and Reese
Got
are
it.
but
Okay,
from where
cool.
I'm at.
But then Bix reappears.
Never mind.
Yeah. And he's going to take a step, is going to step to here, and is going to attack this thing, because he healed while he was underground. So Earthen Fist attack on the Jackal.
I ate a bunch of rocks.
Yes! Natural 18 for a crit. Let's see what happens. 63, it's not
Part
quite
of this
dead.
balanced breakfast.
Second attack. Natural 4, that's a miss. Okay, that's the end of Bix's turn. So
Saw a
this
commercial for Fruity Pebbles, and I thought they were actual rocks.
miss
So delicious.
on Bix. That's a hit. So Bix takes an elemental Bix takes an arrow from the Jackalware in the back. One last attack. Oh, nat 1. Yeah. This Jackal is going to finally run up, take a jaw attack at Bix. Natural 18, that'll hit. Gonna take its second action to knock him down. So Bix gets knocked.
He gets knocked down.
He gets up again.
Never
And then
knocked
another.
down.
Yeah, second bite. Miss. This one moves up, takes a bite at Bix. He's a big old tank. Miss. And then one more attack at Bix. And that's going to miss too. Yep. That brings it to the end of the round, top of the round. Scribbler's dead. Con, that's you.
You got it.
He is still bleeding.
She could probably just run up to these big jackals.
Mm-hmm.
I think she'll go up to jackal number 4 up here. So
Great.
Are they still too far away to chain lightning?
She already did.
yeah,
Okay.
I can't do it anymore until I take a nap.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
With the way she's built, she only has one 6th level spell slot.
Ooh.
But still, for a rogue, that's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to this dog. 2 actions of movement. I'm just gonna stab.
Great.
Give him the con special.
Yeah, the con special. These things are
All
much
right.
easier to hit than the Scribbler.
Yeah, let me untarget the Scribbler and retarget this dog.
Great.
Dog.
A dog.
Two stupid dogs.
I love that show.
Me too.
Actually, as part of my second movement, since I only moved like 10 feet, can I tumble through
Sure,
to make
absolutely.
it flat-footed?
For sure.
Alright, it's an acrobatics check against their reflex DC, I believe?
33.
33. Okay.
Were those
And
baby
you also
noses?
have, if your bonus
Assurance,
is 10,
right?
assurance. If it's 10 plus, what would 10 plus your bonus be?
That would be 37.
So yeah, you don't even need to roll.
Yeah.
You can just choose to succeed.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Why
great.
leave things up to fate?
Yeah, really. So it becomes flat-footed. There you go.
Ah. I'm trying to target. Even though it's a weird arrow, I am targeting it. Okay.
Yeah, you are. 4.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then just stab.
That'll hit. 38, for sure. Ooh, a lot of ones. But 23 damage, you get 2 debilitations.
Nice.
Let me see.
blood
Which
and
one is this?
precision.
4? Oh, yeah, if you... let's see. It's... Yeah, so roll the precision, the 3d6 in the chat. That kills it. It had 3 hit points after your attack. So, you still have 1 attack remaining.
Yes, I'll go for this other dog.
Great.
And it's not flat-footed, no sneak attack.
Correct. But
Got it.
that'll automatically take it into account.
Yes. All right. First penalty.
Mm-hmm. That should hit. Yep.
This is nice.
30,
This is
39.
nice. I forgot what it's like
Yeah.
to get things with my
Yeah,
sword.
yeah. These are relatively low leveled. So you do 18 damage.
Yes, and no debilitations.
No debilitations. Nope. That's it. Sarah's turn. So she is going to... Let's see. Is that within her range? Whoops. It is... I know how. So she's going to use Drifter's... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. So she has to run in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then she's going to use Slinger's Reload to be able to run in, take us... and she's going to get to here to help you both get flat-footed on this thing. Then she's going to use Slinger's Reload to get an attack and to reload her gun. Whoops. What am I doing? Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. Scimitar attack against the Jackal. Still a hit. Not a great roll, but I'll take it. Kills it. Great. So Sarah takes out this jackal as it bleeds out all over the three of you. And with her last action, she's going to shoot back at the jackalware with her pistol. Number 3. Natural 18 ought to do it. Yep. Takes some damage. Blam! Takes that one out as well. So with swift elven grace, Sarah swoops in, slashes down one jackal, turns around, and blasts with her boomstick at the last. End of her turn. Reese, you're up. There's only one left.
Okay.
Oh,
So
and
obviously,
yes, it does turn into a regular jackal, just like the others.
Cool. So obviously, I think with only one remaining, I'm gonna have Reese just how many feet away is that from him?
It is 80. It's well within range of your bow.
Oh, perfect. Reese is just going to fire some at him.
Yeah, go for it. It's not looking good. If you hit it once or twice, it's going to be out. Yeah, critical. This will probably do it. Let's see.
All right.
All ones. All ones.
No.
Yeah, right. All ones.
Right? Yeah, this isn't gonna. Oh, holy shit!
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. You and it is a bloody smear on the stone.
Let's go.
So
You hear the sound of a yelping dog as you put it down once and for all. We're the
We
good
are
guys.
finally out of combat. Scribbler, I can take him off there as well, because he did. There we go. Great. Congratulations. We're out of combat.
He's
After-
scribbling somewhere else now.
Bix looks down to all of you, gives you a big rocky thumbs up, and then he shrinks down back into his normal form, which is going to take me a second to give back to him. But yeah, congratulations. You're out of combat. No more initiative.
Cool.
All of you notice that Zavid went up to the pedestal at the far west of the room, picked something up, and stopped. Well done, everyone. Well fought. Good battle. Good show. I do believe those women escaped to the north.
We should go, make sure that they're all okay. If they are not okay, then make them okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We need to see what's going on with them. How's everyone else doing? Are you all right? I took kind of a beating. So did you, BX. Yes, I could do with a little bit of patching up, but we need to get out there first. Make sure they are all right.
As everyone's, sort of like taking stock of what's going on, I silently went north. I didn't talk to anybody, just walked.
Oh, let me move
Okay.
this up there.
I don't really have a map prepared for the outside of this north area, so this is going to be more theater than mine.
Yeah.
And also, just heads up, none of these NPCs have names.
It's okay.
They were just people to save. So, yes, you manage to run up the rubble, and you find it leads out to the outside. And there's a little overhang where you can get some shade. And there actually was a small crate with some supplies for when they would go out and leave the ruin. So there's a couple of one or two small skins of water that they've handed out and they're drinking, and they all look to you and say, "Oh, thank you, saviors! Oh, you saved our lives! You're incredible!" And they're all very thankful.
I tell the ones that are still pregnant to lay down because we need to get rid of your parasites.
Absolutely. Oh, of course. And they will do so. Excuse me. Bix cannot help, and Sarah cannot help. Neither of them have medicine.
I have a spell I'd like to use called Organ Sight.
Oh, God!
So, let me pull up what that actually does, but I've used it before.
I
Really
think it's
great for
technically
rogues.
for rogues. Yeah, it's supposed to be for stabby stab.
But
Yeah,
what
Con has it.
can
Nice.
It says, you see the target as though it's dissected and arrayed before you. For the duration, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus on medicine checks against the target that depend on its organs, but a -2 circumstance penalty on medicine checks depending on seeing its skin, which we're not looking at skin, we're trying to look at the inside.
100%.
When you cast the spell, you can attempt a special recall knowledge check using medicine to spot and discern a vital organ. If you have a lore skill appropriate to the creature, you can also use that skill instead. If you succeed, the next time you deal piercing or slashing damage to the target with a strike or spell, you can deal additional piercing damage or precision damage once on each of your subsequent turns. So basically, you can bolster. It's good for like, oh, I want to kill your heart, but because you can also use it for operation, this is going to be helpful. I'm going to be using this in tandem with risky surgery
and guidance
and all that. I don't know if you want me to actually make rolls. We don't have to, because there's like 5 of them here.
Well, Reese just gave you another 2.
I got it.
With that nat 20 medicine check. So you're up to what, 5?
Yeah.
I essentially, I want to be able to operate on all 5 of them in quick succession and use organ sight to avoid anything vital and make sure that if I'm, it's all going to just be nothing major harmed, essentially.
Cool. I'll give you a choice. You can either roll 1 medicine check at advantage with the +5, or you can roll 5 separate and I'll take the average. Your call.
Let's just, the less rolls, the better, I think.
Okay, roll with advantage at a +5 each then.
Okay. Skills. All right, first one, and then...
Oof.
Thank God for advantage. Thank Eli, the god of
the... That's definitely high enough to do this. So yeah, you're able to, with the help of Reese acting as kind of nurse, having seen you do this a few times earlier with Pushpa. Reese, you really came in clutch on helping with Zavid.
Oh, yeah.
You noted. Roll me perception checks, Reese and Khan, not Zavid.
Okay.
You got it.
In the tower, please.
Perception. Special acts.
Khan, Zavid is looking very, very thrown off. You don't... Something in the last couple of minutes, maybe it's seeing all of these women, maybe it's something about the Scribbler. He's off of his game. Reese, you don't notice that. You're too busy helping and being useful.
That makes sense.
But Khan, he's off his game. Something's up. But yeah, you do manage to, Zavid, open up these women in fairly quick succession and pull out this hideous chimeric creature, which I have a picture of over here. There it is. The Lamashtu abomination, as I've been calling them. They're horned and have the head of a demon. They've got 6 legs, each of different creatures with claws, wings of a moth, the tail of a lizard. They're truly disgusting creatures.
I basically pass each one to like the people who aren't doing the surgery to like just kill it. Like, these are Lamashtu creatures. They're not gonna ever, we can't make them pets, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. And as you hand one to Sarah, she says, I feel the taint of fiends within these. These are demon bloods.
I basically focus on stitching them up after getting these things out, making sure that if I've got any sort of salves or things that can stay inside the body to help improve healing, like, put that in there, and basically tell all these women, like, you're going to need to rest for a little while. I am out of healing magic. I can't heal you faster like I did with your friend here.
Does Khan have anything?
Khan is expert in medicine, and I think she can make healing potions. I think that's
so.
On the list
Kind
of
of basic
things
ones,
she...
yeah.
I know it's there's not like a mechanic for this, but I feel like if you just had major surgery on like your insides, removing a parasite, I think the only thing that's going to get you back on your feet is something like a healing potion,
yeah,
or like magic.
That's
Otherwise,
why
you
I was asking, because I know Khan has heals of some form, but I don't know.
We'll say Khan has some pretty low-leveled healing potions that she made before she was kind of getting magic, that you can pass out to each of them, and it helps. It relaxes them. It begins to stitch up the wounds that came from the surgery.
There's definitely less of a chance of like the stitches tearing open.
And any infections.
Yes. And in infections, it's going to be a little bit more of a prophylactic thing at this point. But yeah, you get them comfortable. Bix had several sleeping rolls. He's got that huge backpack full of travel supplies. He's very on the move. He gets them set up for them, and he casts create water and create food for each of them to give them food and water.
Yeah. As I'm like finishing up, I kind of look over at Ceranulia, and I'll like walk over and I'll say like, these women have been through a lot. My god is not very good with dealing with traumatic experiences. I understand Saren Ray is better at this. Perhaps you can help them process what happened to them and offer them some sort of, I don't know, aftercare for this experience.
I can definitely try. Unfortunately, the dogma books I read from tend to follow Saren Ray's blade rather than her healing light, but I can do my best.
Can I boost her with a religion?
Sure.
Yeah.
She's not
I
even
also-
trained in diplomacy, but I'll use religion for her.
Yeah, I also
I mean,
don't
I
really
have-
know what god would be most appropriate to help with stuff like
Yeah.
this.
I'm definitely not any of like the three of ours.
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
I mean, Reese would be closest, but even then, I'm just going to call that a regular help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's going to try and talk about the healing. Ooh, God, she rolled a natural 2. For a 26, it's not great, but at least it wasn't a 1. So Sarah is talking to these women, and she like takes their hand each, and she says, well, we're going to be all right, because the flaming sword of Sarenrae will cut open the belly of Lamashtu and pull out the demon. And she's like trying really hard. And
I see that, I hear that, and I'm like, oh my god.
she's trying, but she's failing at making these women feel better. She's trying though.
I think
She's untrained at oh no, that was religion. I just rolled a natural 2.
I think Zavid was going to do something out of character then.
What's that? You didn't
He's not
fail your
trained in
thing this morning.
diplomacy, but is there a different kind of check I can make to try to like level with these women and like communicate with them in a way that's like sympathetic and gentle? What about if I talk about my experiences, could I use occultism?
Sure.
Using my feet,
Yeah.
secrets.
I don't want you to use religion since she just tried that. Plus, it makes no
Yeah.
sense with your religion. But yeah, occultism. You, with your background and with being raised in a cult and them have been kidnapped by a cult, absolutely.
I have
I'll
also
say.
idea.
Oh,
I have the reach both. All communication is filled with slight tells and signals. If you interact with someone for at least 10 minutes, their regional words, pronunciation changes, and nonverbal cues provide you with minor fact about their social environment, such as hometown or certain groups they might be belonging to. If a target ability is being deceptive about their social environment, they must do a deception roll.
Okay, cool.
are they all from the same area? Are they like
They're all roughly from Osirian,
okay?
but not like the same tribe.
Plus, I have Osiriani knowledge anyway. So
Yeah, so I'll let you both have a +1, one to your aid and one to Zavid's check after that. So Reese, roll society or desert lore
is there
as your aid with a +1.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm trying real hard to incorporate the lore skills more.
Yeah.
That's a critical success. So go ahead and take a 3, Zavid. 2 for the crit success, 1 for the Reed Shibboleths, which is a feat Reese just took at 15.
Very cool. I'm gonna say like what my friend is trying to say. There's no pretty way to dress this up. What happened to you is horrific, and you were essentially playthings for an evil god. You are not the only ones to have suffered in this way or in a way similar to it. I have also been the plaything of an evil god. I know what it's like to have your free will stripped from you. I am sorry that this happened to you. It wasn't fair, and you didn't deserve it. None of you did anything to deserve what happened to you. However, if you let this despair consume you, you cannot move forward, and you cannot find happiness in your life. The best thing you can do for yourself now is to stay strong, believe in yourself, understand that you have more strength than you realize, and keep moving. And that'll be my little
Hell yeah. So take your bonus. I already forgot what it was. I got distracted. That was really good. Whew. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's you definitely bring some calm to them with that. Taking a completely different angle of trying to relate to them through your shared traumatic experiences. Very different traumatic experiences, but also very similar in the same time. And you manage to calm them to the point where they're able to eat, drink, and eventually they fall asleep just from exhaustion, shock. But at the moment, they are hidden. They're outside. They've eaten. They've had water. You've had the things removed. They're healed. They're good for the moment.
Yeah. We could, after we've finished exploring
Yeah.
this place, we can guide them back somewhere safe.
Yep. After you finish exploring, you could Morkscun send it to the Windseeker and have them pick you up.
In fact, it'll take them time to get here, right?
It will,
Maybe
yes, it will.
I'll send them a message now.
You could have
be
done
like,
that at the beginning to get them over.
Yeah, sure. We'll just say we did that.
Kind of hand wave that.
I think we should rest.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think me and Bix could use a little patching up too, now that they're okay. And you look at Bix, and he's like got electricity sparking out of him, and Sarah's bleeding from several open wounds. She's got like 6 arrows sticking out of her
Oh my
still.
God, yeah.
That's
all right,
yeah. She's
I'll,
still pin cushioned.
I still got organ sight. I mean, well, that lasts for a minute, so probably
Oh,
not.
sure, no.
But let me see. Treat wounds is an action that I can take.
Yeah, Khan can cast Organ Sight and assist.
Oh, nice. Right, so I'm just moving them back to the main room.
There it is. Treat wounds. And I have, let's see, my medicine's expert, so I can go up against the DC 20. Let's try it.
Okay, so Khan first, because she's casting Organ Sight and then aiding.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
is this a medicine check?
Yep, +2 for Organ Sight. You're looking for a DC 20 to succeed, 30 to crit. That's still a success. So you get a +1, there, and there's Zavid.
Okay, and then I'm gonna
And you're going for the DC 20.
DC 20, and I'm just gonna use my regular medicine check. I just gotta get a not a nat 1.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
That is
so
a
that's
critical.
a crit. So that's
going. Sorry, we're talking over.
8d8? 8d8, I think?
4d8 plus 10.
48 plus 10. Cool.
Let's see.
That was really good.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
29. So that's twice as many as. That's exactly how much hit points Sarah currently has.
So that's on Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Does she is she like glaring at me the whole time that I'm treating her, or is she like keeping herself under control?
She failed this morning, so she's actually, since you're just patching her up and you're not casting magic on her, she's probably okay. If you were trying to use your Kabiri shit, I think she would have a much bigger problem with that. But since you're literally just bandages and, skill, I don't think she's got an issue. Thanks for that. It's tough to get these things out as you pop some of the arrows out of her wounds. Then Khan again, +2 medicine to aid.
All right. 2 medicine.
Oh, nice. You got a 33, so take a +2 on that, Zavid.
Yeah, or
Awesome.
if it's Bix, is it crafting?
Actually, that's a good point. I'll let you use crafting. So since you rolled that in the tower, roll a public crafting +2.
Gotcha.
Because you still have organ sight, I'm counting it. You can see the gears. And actually, looking inside of him, it's not even gears and cogs. It's like, wow, you rolled a 49? Holy shit.
Fuck yeah.
Again, yes, you get a good look inside of him, and you're kind of shocked at what you see because it baffles you. You were expecting like tick-tock clock, like cuckoo clock kind of stuff, like Frag. Frag is very steampunk, like gears and cogs and wheels, but this is just, well, Khan doesn't know what circuitry is, but it's like microprocessors and RAM and computer, like I'm describing this to Eldritch. It's computer shit, space age alien computer shit inside of him.
Yeah,
You get a
I feel
real
like
good look.
like Khan is pointing out points of injury, but mostly while she's got organ sight for a minute, basically like her forehead is pressed against Bix's side, and she's just staring. I'm sure that he's wildly uncomfortable.
I feel like this
He's an
is
android.
like
He doesn't get uncomfortable.
I feel like this is like introducing Homestuck to a Tumblr kid. Like,
Oh my
you know,
god.
like, they can't, their brain just can't process what they're seeing, but they're obsessed with it. You know what I mean?
For some reason,
actually,
these gray
I'm gonna
trolls
say-
are really cool.
You can have a +3 to your medicine check because she rolled almost a 50. That was outrageous.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do. Well, hold on. So I'm doing this on Bix.
Yeah.
Should I use crafting for this? It's
Sure.
not as good as. Well, actually, my medicine is. Wait a minute. My crafting is not as good as my medicine. Never mind.
Then yeah, medicine's fine.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, your crafting's only 1 lower than your medicine.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
god.
Nice. Nice. Now 24
All
48. So another critical.
It's gonna be hard for me to not get criticals. I'll just say that.
29.
Another
Awesome.
29. All right.
Awesome.
All right, Khan, sit still. You can't help me with this one.
Are you
Come
doing
on.
yourself or something?
I'm doing Khan next.
Hell yes. Look at that. That's another crit. 19.
I don't even need risky surgery anymore.
True. You can train out of that the next time you have downtime.
Okay, I think I will have to, yeah. 35, so you get the most healing.
There you go.
Let's
I healed
go.
you. I healed you,
Thank
Con.
you. Thank you.
I only have 29 wounds, so.
I rush over. I run over to you, like, get down on the ground.
Okay, fine, jeez. Don't rush.
Ooh.
Oh,
Let's see.
you scared
But
the
a
fuck
sec-
out of me.
It's just a regular failure, though. It's not a critical failure, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Is
was
it?
almost an artery.
Oh,
Wait, hold
Jesus,
on.
dude.
I would have, yeah. Oh,
Well,
wow,
because
you're
a
right.
26 would be a success, but a natural 1 brings it down 1, so it is just a regular failure. It's not a critical failure. That's the bonus, the good part of being so high leveled.
So that just means nothing happens.
Yeah, just nothing happens. This is you and Reese fighting you off.
Dude,
Okay, yeah.
fuck off,
I think
I'm
that's what
okay.
that
I have
means.
like. This is just a flesh wound, okay? It's nothing but
I-
a scratch.
I put away my, you know what? I put away my Serenite healer's tools, which now I think that probably also calms Serenulia down, knowing that I had like healer's
That's true,
tools
too,
from, you know.
From her religion
And not like a
specifically.
carving knife or something like that.
Right, though.
I mean, I do have that, but that's I'm
Besides
saving
the
that.
point.
Yeah. I want to loot Scribbler's body.
I think
Next.
he...
Unless someone else gets to it first. I've been healing people a lot, so maybe one of you guys.
Yeah, I think
looted it
Reese
first.
has definitely been since over there trying to loot.
Let's see.
Nothing but dog organs in this one.
I know my boy.
Gross.
You know, I can get a lot for these dog organs.
Yes, he has...
I got a buyer.
His kukri is clearly a magical item. I forgot to stat it out. That is my mistake. I will do that real quick.
Kukri of high armor class. Kukri Slayer Frustration.
I'm just going to drop this into... yeah, so you pick up a magical kukri. It is a +2. So let's see, where's that at? Item bonus 2. And damage. Where's that go? Damage. What is a regular kukri? I should have had this prepared, I apologize. Okay. So yeah, you do find a magical +2 greater striking kukri that has an ability on it that if you would strike at something and it is currently has a bleed effect on it, you will heal 5 hit points.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I need to add an action real quick. Again, sorry, I should have had this ready. Okay, there we go. So who is picking that up? You said who was looting the body?
I was.
You were. Okay. So I have linked that in chat, and I'll drop that in your inventory, Reese. That's really the only thing of interest you find on his body. Zavid, you already did find that letter that was up on the pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
And Khan, you had noticed earlier that he was acting very strange, but
yeah,
there was more
I
pressing
think
matters.
that as Zavid is packing up his surgeon's kit, she's just gonna like go up to him. Um, hey, Zavid, I mean, are you okay?
I pull out the letter. Can you read this?
No.
It's in Shadow Tongue, so I don't think she can.
And she just kind of blinks at it.
The Scribbler, which, by the way, stupid name, right? Why would you call yourself the Scribbler?
Ridiculous name. Doesn't think any. It's not catchy, you know. There's no pizzazz. Besides the point. Oh.
The Scribbler was working with one of the leaders of the cult that I escaped. And it sounds like he's not just one of the leaders. It sounds like they had a change in their leadership dynamic. See, there was a council member, the council that ran things. His name was Karatz. All of them were gas. That is part of your initiation into that sort of position. You become undead.
Mm-hmm.
This guy killed my first friend and the person that introduced me to the world outside the cult. He is now Lord Karatz. Seems like he's ascended in leadership. The note says, Scribbler, we will be sending more stock to you in the coming days. Ensure the endovores are healthy enough for gestation. I assume this is what the women were called.
Mm-hmm.
My master and your lady insist on only the highest quality soldiers for the coming war. Awaiting results, Lord Karatz. Now that's what gave me pause. Saying his name is unpleasant enough. But who is his master? You know who I serve.
Kaburi, yeah.
Well, he apparently serves Kaburi as well. But is that who his master is? Did he step away from his position in the cult? Perhaps is Lord Karatz for some other organization? Has he joined Nyarlathotep, perhaps? Your lady is probably Lamashtu.
Mm-hmm.
But my master is giving me pause because I don't know who his master is. If it's not Cabreri, then who could he answer to?
Would you be able to phone into Kaburi, or would that be too personal?
Boop 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 beep doop.
I'd rather not talk to him right now.
Fair?
And I also believe that I will say this. Of Cabreri's motivations, I understand completely. He let me escape a cult that was already serving him. I didn't know why, but if Lord Karatz was actually serving another god the entire time, it would make sense that Cabreri would have one of his other faithful leave and become a sort of scion for him. That would be me. If Lord Karatz destroyed the cult and is now doing his own thing, then there's that. But it's possible that he usurped leadership in the cult and changed who the cult worships, meaning the cult could still be around. And if they are still around, that would be very dangerous for us. Demirius would be very useful, right?
Would that be out of character religion check for that?
Oh, absolutely.
For just for just stuff on Cabreri,
By the
for
way,
sure.
I just throwing it out there. There is that auto succeed at a knowledge check, just as a reminder, Con.
Mhm.
Not necessarily saying use it now. I'm just saying you
But
have
there
it.
is that.
And then
There is
occultism,
that.
I think, would work for just
Yes.
knowing about how cults work, and especially like how this
Mhm.
cult might function.
Right.
I'll just roll for religion and occultism.
Cool.
If I know anything else, then cool. If I don't, then I don't.
Let's see.
I'll roll for occultism.
Sure.
It's at a penalty.
It is. That's right.
Because
We'll have
it's
Sarah roll
not
religion as
arcane.
well. Well, lucky for you, Sarah just rolled a natural 20 on a religion check.
Finally, good.
Sarah speaks up and says, well, if there's one thing I know about dark cults, and she kind of glares at you for a second, Zavid, just for a moment, and then she you can tell she sucks it back, and she says, it's that they only answer to power. So, if this Karats is Lord Karats now, he probably took over in some kind of, hostile coup. I don't think he cut and ran.
I think that's most likely the case. I think he is having the cult serve his own means and not serve Cabreri. It could be that he is referring to Cabreri here, but it could be a lie. Because Cabreri
in name only.
he would not work with Lamashtu. He is already against her. So I am anxious, because if I see him again, well...
And then he kind of like thinks for a second. He says,
The last time I saw Karats, he was holding my first friend that I ever made up by the neck and trying to get her to reveal who I was, the traitor in the cult. She saw me hiding and told him that he could threaten her all he wants, but she'll never reveal me. And the next time that she meets this traitor, it'll be the last time. And he said, on that we agree, and he ripped into her neck with his teeth. And then him and the rest of the council tore her apart, piece by piece.
That's disgusting.
Oh, it's very disgusting, and it also puts a lot of pressure on me, because the next time I see him, I intend to kill him. But I'm not sure if I can. Even with all the growth that I've had, even with Cabreri actually supporting me, I'm still not sure I can defeat him. He is not someone who can fall with the kind of magic I have. You saw how I was able to kill I didn't kill the Scribbler, I weakened him, right? You saw how I was able to do that. It was because he's a living being. This guy is a ghast, is an undead, as are all of the ones that follow him. Only the lower caste of the cult are alive. And when you're in a cult like this, you have two options, ultimately. You become a ghast and join the upper ranks, or you get killed and become food.
You really got to be ready for this one when you go at it.
It's... Did I ever tell you about the reason I left?
No, not really. I think it was a clarity moment, but nothing more really.
I met a Kayal, a fetchling like myself, but not from the cult, so not like myself. She was looking for her brother, who had been kidnapped, right? I learned later on, I think I might have mentioned this, but I killed her brother without realizing it.
Yeah.
But even knowing that, she protected me in death. She did not hold that against me, even if her friends did. She walked into the jaws of death willingly. I was already interested in exploring outside of the lands that I had grown up in, but I think it was that moment that told me I can never go back to a life like this. And if I had to, I would sooner die. All this to say,
And I'm looking at Sarah Nulia, who's, because she's in alignment or whatever, but like I'm trying to like level with her, like,
even if I serve a god that you find distasteful, I am not my god. And I am not this cult. And every one of the fetchlings, the Kayal that serve in this cult are victims.
I've made it my life's duty to protect the innocent and help the helpless. I mean, I spent 100 years protecting the Malenki on top of the Great Manhattanus. If these people are innocent, as you say, I'll help you do what needs to be done.
We do what we have to survive. I'm hoping that by taking Karat out, we can free them once and for all. I just was hoping I could do this, I don't know, like after the war with the cataclysm. I was hoping this wouldn't be such a later rather than sooner type thing. You know what I mean? I have a lot of anxiety about this.
Sometimes you just can't escape fate.
Don't I know it?
I fucking crumple up the piece of paper and I throw it in the fissure in the ground.
Sure. It boils in the little bit of magma that's still left over. And Bix just rolled a nat 20 on his nature check, which is sweet. So he comes over to you and he says, I've been looking over these jackal creatures, and I have determined that they are were creatures. But they are not were jackals. They are jackal wares.
So they're more jackal than were?
Regular jackals afflicted with a curse to become a large jackal-like creature, rather than a humanoid who is cursed to become a large jackal-like creature. That is why they are a jackal were and not a were jackal. An interesting but perversion of the lycanthropy. But yeah, there is still plenty left to look around in here. Two things before you go to the next place. There are lots of scribblings everywhere in several different languages, mostly Aslanti, which Reese speaks. At least Reese speaks.
There's other ones that I don't speak. I know I have that one feat that helps me decipher other languages, right?
That's true, you do. Society checks.
Yep.
But you see that there are almost everything is about Lamashtu and monsters and birth, things like that. But there are two in these two rooms that stick out. And I've sent them to Discord, I think. If I haven't, I will eventually. But I'm going to put them in the chat here. The first one reads, each stone the grace of 7 lords, that one part of key each ruler hoards. If offered spells and proper prayer, take 7 fused and dive the stair. And the other one says, if craftwork bright is your desire, to old Runeforge you must retire, for only there does wizard's art receive its due and proper start.
And that was the one that Con had noticed before, right?
That is the one Con noticed, yeah, in the first room. Reese, you noticed the second one.
Runeforge sounds familiar, out of character.
You can roll Society for it, or Arcana. Yeah, that's actually Arcana, not Society. in the tower, please. Anyone who would like.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll. Han is
Sweet.
gonna roll with her temporary bonus.
You do have a temp bonus today. You've got the good bonus for it.
If you do read it and I can't, I'll just be reading it out loud then.
Yeah.
So you can understand.
Oh yeah, no problem. You rolled exceptionally high, Con, and actually you only hit the DC because of your affliction today. So thank you, Apos. I think it's Aposte the Messenger.
I'm getting the message.
Yeah,
So
Pipette
reads it out
leans.
loud.
Pipette leans over to you and says, "Oh, I've heard of the Rune Forge. Yes, it's a demi-plane created by the 7 Rune Lords of ancient Thassalon. They use it for research and magic. There are many secrets there, many secrets. Also, I believe that is where the legendary major runes can be crafted. Look, your weapon. Yes,
Yeah,
it is
she holds it out.
And she says, this is a greater striking weapon, and this is the best that mortal smiths can craft. But there are legends of major striking runes that can only be forged at Runeforge. It is where artifacts of legend are crafted. The gods themselves smith and craft here. It is very difficult to get to, but yes, Runeforge.
Do you know how we could get there?
Well, I do know that the Runeforge is within the land of Abaddon. Unfortunately, that is the realm of Urgathoa.
Can I make a check or something
Go ahead.
on that one?
Religion.
I was gonna say, I should do the tower for that probably.
Yeah. Oh, real high, 47 on it. So yeah, you know that Urgathoa is in the land of Abaddon, and also you know that Cabriri wants you to slay the shadow of Urgathoa that is in Abaddon.
Yeah.
So you know you kind of already have a quest to go there.
And I also know Abaddon is like, isn't that the neutral evil place,
I think so.
right? It's where like the what are they called? The daemons, not demons or
think
devils,
so.
but the middle one, the
Daemon.
daemons.
Yeah.
The daemons. I think
Yeah.
that is correct. Let me double check though. Neutral evil, yes.
The daemons and the
So it's,
devas.
And then you, Zavid, know with that extremely high roll that many of the outer planes are connected by the river Styx. Abaddon is connected to Hell by the river Styx, which, it branches out. Some of them go to near heaven. Some of them go to Axiom, I think is one of what the lawful one is called. The river Styx might be, but the problem is getting to the river Styx. Do
So
you
you're saying
mention
we
that?
need to go to hell?
Do you mention that at all, Zavid? Because that's
I
what
will,
you know.
yeah.
That Abaddon is connected to the river Styx.
If we can figure out a way to get to any lower plane, and then we find the river Styx, we can use that to get to Abaddon. If we can get to any lower plane, that means we need to find a portal or have a reliable way to get there, and there are going to be easier ways than others. If we went, for example, to the Abyss, yeah, all right. I mean, we could get to Abaddon from the Abyss, but I mean, what the layer is the river Styx on, and like, there's like innumerable layers. Like, we might get lost or just eaten by a demon. If we go to Hell, it'd be a little easier to navigate, but it's much more tyrannical and regimented there. We would be caught probably by some pit fiend or something. I think the Grey Wastes of Abaddon is probably if we could find a way to get there directly, that would be our best bet, because I think the dangers there are marginally less than if we were to go to any of the other neighboring outer planes.
I see.
Pipette crawls out of your cloak and kind of makes herself a little bit more known and says, I actually do know a way to reach the river Styx. At my home near the steaming archipelago, at the Mordant Spire.
We have to go there anyway for my family.
Yes, your family is from there. But at its base, when I feasted on the godflesh of a Kavna, the Mordant Spire, it is her soul trying to reach Pharasma's boneyard. But It is a sort of hallway to the other realms. If we could get to the Mordant Spire, I can show you this hallway. It is technically only available to those of divinity. However, I am Lamashtu, goddess of night. I can get us in.
I was just thinking, should I stop calling you Pipette? That might be blasphemous.
I mean, you
I
don't
have
want
grown
to
accustomed
out.
to it.
You don't want to out that you have a god on your shoulder.
Well,
And yes, I
It's
will. I have this
technically-
art, so I'll show it.
It's an incarnation of the god, right? It's like if Pipette were to die, Lamashtu doesn't die. Lamashtu just wouldn't be able to interact directly in this plane for a while.
That is correct. I am more of an avatar.
Mm-hmm.
But I have all of my memories. And the touch of divinity required to access the hallway. I could get us through if we can get to the Mordant Spire.
I think that's where we have to go to regardless, so I'm here for it. Kill some birds with stones and whatnot.
Let's
Sounds
clear
as-
out this layer first and do that. I like that
Yeah.
plan.
And then Pipette crawls back into your coat and curls up behind your neck like a neck warmer.
Yeah.
There are 2 exits, one double door and then one collapsed wall to the west.
I'd like to try this double door first.
It is not
Yeah.
locked,
That's
but it is
okay.
heavy.
Okay,
I do have Ant Hall. Would that help me?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So you, Sarah, and Reese can probably
Yeah.
get that. The 3 of you, no problem. So you
That
get
can be
that
athletics.
open. Yeah. Roll athletics. Zavid, take a +5 on your athletics because of
Okay.
Ant Hall.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oof, that one.
A little heavy for Reese today.
Wow! And Sarah Dulia got a 29. So Zavid, with your 36, you show them up. Boo! You manage to get this thing open. Zavid doing most of the lifting. And there you go. So it leads to a hallway with 2 doors to the east that again are not locked. This northern room, this room has minimal stone damage. An image of Lamashtu is carved into the wall. Give me a perception check in the tower, please.
Perception check, huh? Tricky.
Eyes.
You see that the stone floor has a groove worn into it from millennia of pacing back and forth, and you also see another large poem in the language that Reese was telling you to look out for.
I'm just
Oh, really?
And Reese, you spot it immediately. This one in this room says, "On eastern shores of steaming mirror, at end of day when dusk is nearer, where 7 faces silent wait, encircled guards at Runeforge gate." And I'm going to roll over your religion check from a minute ago, Zavid, since you were the one who understood the river Styx. You know that the river Styx, another word for it is the steaming mirror.
And aren't the steaming isles too where we need to go?
I think it's the steaming archipelago. Let me find the map. One
Yeah.
second.
So I imagine that's probably where the river Styx deposits and the material plane is there. That's why they call it that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's starting to all come
So,
together.
Essentially, there's 7 guards
Here it is.
that will await us once when
Okay.
we get there.
So do you see the green circle?
Uh-huh.
Go directly west of that. Do you see that archipelago there?
Yeah.
It's west,
It's
left,
pointing
or right?
southwest. West is left. So to the left of the green circle, directly left, there's an archipelago that sticks out. It's pointing southwest. Look at the
Is it
very
that?
south. Yep, that right there. Oh yeah, I
Ooh.
forgot I can draw. Look at the very south, the very southern tip. That is the Mordant Spire.
Oh, okay.
And Gunnar and Adelina are from slightly north of there. Or well, Gunnar is from north of there, in a place called Skjoldmyr, which is there-ish.
The lands of the Lenorm kings. I remember
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. So
So we're gonna go on a little a water adventure then.
up in the
Oh,
far,
that's-
far north.
We're gonna need a ship and a captain.
Gee,
Good
it's
thing
almost
we
like
had one.
good thing you have the Wind Seekers who want to go up that far north anyway.
Yep.
But that's what you see. And again, you know that the steaming mirror is the river Styx.
I share everything.
Okay. And in this room has partially collapsed. Cracks radiate along the walls and ceiling here. An image of a three-eyed jackal glares from the eastern wall, one of the cracks running right across its snout all the way down the wall to the floor.
Can I move anything to try to make it more clear?
Sure, you can throw me an athletics check publicly to move away some of the... And it's the eastern wall, furthest right.
Jesus!
There's not a lot of stuff to get out of the way.
Okay.
These are good ones to be flubbing, these rolls here, trust me.
Good. Get it out of my fucking system.
Yeah, get these... This is the good part to flub these. But, yeah, there's not a lot of stuff in the way. It's just a wall with a carving of Lamashtu with a giant crack that runs down ceiling to floor.
Are there holes that lead to a chamber below here?
No, that is just a pile of rubble.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
big crack on the eastern face.
Okay.
Is it big enough to squeeze through, or just kind of, or not really?
It might be. It's very thin, though.
I dive into it.
Now I know you have
putty.
feats for that, don't you?
Well, let's see. Actually,
You've got
I
like
don't
some
think
squeeze feet or something.
I do have some. I have quick squeeze, which just means I can squeeze 5 feet per round or 10 feet on a critical success. If I'm legendary acrobatics, I can squeeze at full speed, which is fun.
So give me
and then-
acrobatics at advantage publicly.
Hold on. Do I
Because
have
you're
another
you're
squeeze?
a jelly man.
I'm just trying to see if I have another squeeze. I don't think so. I think that's my big one.
Okay.
All right. Acrobatics.
At advantage publicly.
All right. 1 and
Ooh, that was good.
2.
The DC was 40. So you managed to... the other option was just blowing it up, Zelda style. Let's see.
I think I look
Boom.
like Osmosis Jones, like squeezing into like a small.
So
Oh my
you
God.
find a secret room back behind here with a single chest at the end of it.
I would like to just examine the chest before doing anything to it.
Okay, give me perception in the tower, please. Okay, you don't see any traps. You don't detect any magic.
Okay. I'm gonna test the lock, the hatch. Is it locked?
It is locked, yes.
Fuck. Damn it. I go back over. I'm like, Con.
You have something I can use.
Con. Can I get your help here? There's a big old treasure chest. I want to get in it, but I can't.
Fine. Con does a bad job of hiding her excitement.
Acrobatics publicly.
Yeah.
At
Can
advantage.
I assurance the acrobatics?
Can you hit a 40 with assurance?
Ooh, no, I can't.
Okay, you'll have to roll then.
and-
Question.
Can I give her
Hmm?
the aid action? I can use my hefting shadow to try to pull her through.
Sure, yeah.
Question
what would
before
that be?
that.
Just-
How many
Mhm.
times can I use my rat form?
I think it's
Is
once
it like
every
a
10
focus
minutes.
spell?
No.
Ooh.
Once every 10 minutes? Oh,
Oh,
you're
I
then
think.
use
Let
your
me
rat
double
form.
check. Let me see. Yeah, just
that's
let's
the case.
see. Where did it go?
And if it were a focus spell, then we've had enough time to
Mhm.
refocus, definitely.
I can't find it, so let's just call it a focus spell for now, and I'll look it up later.
All right, cool. Then Con will turn into a rat and squeak, squeak,
Okay.
squeak her
Oh,
way
there we
through.
go. Yeah.
Whoop! That works then. You were able to get.
I'm looking. Con, where are you? When are you coming through?
Squeak, 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 squeak.
And I see a rat and I'm like, go get at her. Shoot. Hey,
She
Con,
bites you.
Con. I don't know that it's you.
Yeah. She'll turn back into herself. There's the smoke bomb poof, and she's like clinging onto your leg.
Oh my God. I forget you can do that.
I forget I could do that. Okay, let's see this chest.
All right. Give me a perception check in the tower first.
You got it.
I just imagine Reese in the other room waiting, and then you just hear screams from behind the wall. And you're just like, God damn it.
Pretty much.
You do a quick once over, and you see there's definitely a trap on this chest. If he did not see.
I think it's clear. I don't think there's any traps.
Ooh, hold on. I'm glad that you called me. Could I tell what kind of trap it is?
Yeah, there's a big blade above your head.
Ah,
Oh
Just
my
look
god.
up.
I'm leaning over. I'm like, I think you just have to
Yeah.
get it from behind
You
here.
did not look up. You rolled a natural 2, Zavid.
Oh, baby.
she tilts your head up to look at the blade.
You know, I can make really good scythe snares, so I probably should have realized that was a possibility.
And I take a few steps back.
Yeah, a 2 versus an 18.
Just
Actually,
stick it,
is everything
sticking my
okay
neck
in
out.
there?
I think it's fine.
Actually, Zivi, can you lift me up? I might be able to disarm it better. At least take away the blade.
Sure. I try to give you like a boost, and like I get like a rat foot on my head.
So, Zavid, roll me a crafting public. That'll be your aid check.
Sure.
And Con, you can have guidance from it as well.
Nice.
So that's a +3 in total.
Hell yeah.
Now, crafting public, Con.
Takes out her welding torch and her big old face guard.
Yeah.
And with a 43, that's more than enough. You melt this thing off of its hinges, and clong, the big axe
It's
blade
actually
falls to the ground.
it's a little trash bin to account for a snout. She can't get one of the flat ones for human faces.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, you managed to disassemble this trap in its entirety with your 43. Ridiculous. That was only a natural 11, and you got a 43. Lordy. So the chest is still locked, but it's no longer trapped.
Yeah, she'll take out her thieving tools and open it up. Not so worried that
Okay.
doing a bad job will result in no more hands for Khan.
Yep, no guidance, no assists on this one, unless
Yeah.
you're trained at least on thievery, Zavid.
I am not.
Okay, then yeah, no assist.
Okay, public check.
Public check thievery, no bonuses. Oh yeah, it was 35. You're good. So you click it open. Click, 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 click. The difficult part was the trap, not the lock. So you see in it a quiver full of weird arrows that seem to phase in and out. They go opaque and then transparent, and then opaque and then transparent.
Oh, they're not even real arrows. Come on, let's go.
There is
This sucks.
There's
also-
arrows?
There's just a bunch of holograms of arrows in here.
Okay, but that's magic. I want it.
There's also a book, like a large book, and a
Rush back.
four pairs of four horseshoes. They seem to go together.
Oh, those horseshoes. And the book goes together?
No, the horseshoes go together. There's 4
Oh,
horseshoes.
okay.
Can I?
Horses do.
No, I'm not gonna do that in here.
I mean,
Okay,
you like to read. You can check it out.
I'm gonna take these stuff that's not the quiver. Actually, no. Let me take everything. I'm gonna put it in my shadow, and then I'm gonna squeeze back through.
Perfect.
Get to the-
Okay, so you are able to do that. Back on through. Yep. And then Con, if you'll either need to take 10 minutes to sit here and get your focus point back to be able to turn back into a rat, or get roll me an acrobatics of 40 or higher to get through.
I'll try for an acrobatics
Yeah, you could
because
try.
Con doesn't want to look silly and weak. So she
So,
sucks in her
public
gut and she
acrobatics.
goes to squeeze.
And you're not made of
do
pudding
I have
like
quick
Zabi.
squeeze?
If you do, roll an advantage.
Yeah. Let me.
I'm just
let me
like, I'm
see.
looking at
Let me
Reese.
see.
I'm like, if Khan, isn't able to squeeze through there, she's just gonna look pathetic and weak. And then we're just gonna laugh at her.
Kind of like when a cat puts its head in a glass of water and its face is just kind of stuck.
It'll be,
Yeah, you don't
like
have
when those big fat cats try to go through the pet door and they can't quite get their hind legs through.
Yeah. Okay. I do not. So Con is.
Okay.
She's just gonna try. She's gonna try.
I look over at the crack in the wall, and I'm getting prepared to laugh.
Yep. Con
Con
gets
gets
stuck
stuck.
halfway through.
It's like
Uh,
Pooh Bear.
And I will remind you, you have freedom of movement. You are currently immobilized. You could cast freedom of movement on yourself.
It's all right. I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right. Pop.
Such
So
a
you
high
cast-
level spell.
So how does that look? Because it'll pop you out the other side. Boop.
Yeah. So Khan is very noticeably stuck. Like maybe like one arm can reach through the other side, and she's like kind of scraping against the wall trying to pull herself out. And then with like a big cartoon pop, she just very quickly slides out. Not a graceful landing. She falls on her face, but it's as though, the walls were very suddenly graced.
Have you been eating a little bit of like the murder muffins on your research time? You might want to like cut that in like a quarter.
But they help you focus, Reese. And she's like picking herself up all sad.
Okay. I get it.
Because it's like, because it's an easy meal. I don't have to go out to the kitchen and make a meal and tell myself away from my studies. She's crying.
And I'm just thinking it's like a pack of like the little mini muffins, but they're called murder muffins.
All right, if you want to identify these, it'll take
I go into my
Arcana checks.
shadow like a rucksack, and I pull out the book. What is the book?
Arcana checks, please. Tower.
There's no like title for it or anything.
No.
Ooh, it's one of those. Mysterious.
And Con, you can roll Arcana as well. You're particularly
yeah.
good right now.
Yeah, in Tower?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Reese, you have no idea what this book is.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Zavid does, though. This is an endless grimoire. Major endless grimoire. When opened, this grimoire has unlimited pages that oddly seem almost eager to transcribe spells. Unlike most grimoires, it has no limits to its number of spells. The grimoire's eagerness to contain your spells grants you a +2 item bonus on checks to learn a spell, if you do so by transcribing the spell into the grimoire. If you use the grimoire during your daily preparations, they are capable of preparing spells of the appropriate level. The grimoire's nature leaks into your mind, allowing you to prepare an additional 5th level spell.
Oh.
Can only one person use this?
Yes. And only people who prepare spells with, which would be Con in this case.
Oh, okay. Fair.
He prepares with scrolls and books and her familiar.
I will tell Khan, I'll say, Khan, this is a really big book you can write spells in, and just give you the book. I'm not going to say anything else. You can discover what it does.
You're right.
Okay,
And she starts flipping. She starts flipping through it. Pipette crawls out and is like kind of turning the pages for her.
Yes, I have dropped that in your inventory, and you now have 2 5th level spell slots.
I pull out a quiver of phasing arrows, and I just give it to Reese. I'm like, I don't know.
Arcana checks for the arrows again.
I did a 25.
Oh, you did. Okay. Arcana. Okay, and Con. Arcana.
My Arcana.
Ooh, 47. Con, you recognize this immediately as ghost ammunition. Essentially, these arrows have the ghost touch rune attached to them.
Oh,
so,
when I know that then, because I had that on my watering can.
Oh yeah, I guess you did, didn't you? I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So you and Con both kind of recognize it as its ghost touch ammunition.
What the fuck does this do? It's real, but it's not.
Wait, so listen, there are creatures like ghosts that are incorporeal that can occupy the ethereal plane, and this is how you kill them. If you don't have something like this, they just harass you till you die. It sucks. But with this, you can take care of them.
Cool. And he just like pops them.
Nice. And then the last one, Arcana checks for the horseshoes.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, I didn't do tower last time.
That's okay. Con. Wow, you have a high bonus right now. Jesus. Like, Zavi, I just want to reveal these numbers to you. Shane, you rolled a natural 17. Con, you rolled a natural 10, and you still beat him by 4.
Christ.
Yeah. Zavi got a 35, Con got a 39, even though they have 7. Whatever, this doesn't matter. But, Con, you recognize these are greater horseshoes of speed. When you affix these simple iron horseshoes to the hooves of a horse or quadrupedal animal, they gain a plus 10-foot bonus to their movement speed and a plus 3 bonus to all athletics checks for long jumps, leaps, and any kind of jumping. And I'm saying these will count for Rot Trot if you want to put them on Rot Trot.
Let's go.
Rottrot's got some new kicks.
Without even realizing what they are, I'm like, these would look good on Rottrot. Oh, and they're magic too. What a bonus.
So I've dropped those in your bag. Greater Horseshoes of Speed.
All right.
It's been a while since I've given y'all magic items. So there you go. Magic items.
Reese doesn't have many, so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Just abilities.
I feel like I always give you abilities instead of magic items.
Yeah.
So I felt it was long since time I give y'all some magic items.
You know what though? It's not so bad because in Pathfinder, if you get like an item at a certain level, 5 levels later, it's like useless because you've progressed so much that the DCs everyone would save against, you know?
Absolutely. So in this next room, the hallway is kind of smashed. You'll have to crawl over a little pile of rubble. It's just difficult terrain, not that difficult. But here, 3 once separate chambers have become one, joined by collapsed walls and the erosion of ages. Blood-stained fragments of chain shirts, shields, swords, and clothing lie strewn about this room haphazardly. The walls are decorated with countless scribblings written sloppily in blood.
Can I read them?
Sure. I will. There's only one of them that really sticks out by itself, and I'll put it here. It's the next portion of the poem. It says, "Under desert, hungered claw, with thunderous roar and yawning maw, keys turn twice in Kellish sands. Behold, the gods have tipped their hands."
Can I do
Give me
desert lore?
Desert lore and/or religion in the tower, please. Anybody?
All right.
I could try with religion. I'll do my best.
Okay. Zavid, you know this immediately, that I'm going to share this map again. You look at the Empire of Kellish over there, where I've just circled in black. Scroll into that. The Pit of Gormuz, that is where Rovagug is imprisoned. And you'll notice that Hungered Claw is capitalized. So the Hungered Claw and the Yawning Maw you think is almost assuredly a reference to Rovagug being buried in the Kellish sands. So it's almost assuredly what it's referencing.
Keys turn twice. Spilled the guts. Okay. Keys turn twice.
Is it like one of those, like when you open a high security vault, 2 guys have to put a key in and go 3, 2, 1 and turn?
It very well could be. That is a very, very good guess. You aren't, but that's all you're sure of, is that this is a reference to Rovagug in some way. And
I share all that then. Yeah.
Okay. And Reese, you also see that this room is much more personalized. It's less rambling about Lamashtu and more the Scribbler talking about himself.
Yeah.
And he
This is
claims
dating
that,
profile?
basically, he was a survivor of the Earthfall, which was when the goddess Akavna tried to stop the Earth, the meteor coming in. It was also when Bix's ship came in at the same time, the triple smashing of those 3 things in the sky. The Scribbler is an Aslanti elf. He was a survivor of Aslanti. He witnessed the destruction and Earthfall, and the sight of the goddess Akavna being slain drove him absolutely mad. He wandered, listening to whispers from various gods, until Lamashtu is the one that finally prodded into his brain. The voices became deafening, so he retreated into the depths of this temple to Lamashtu, and he hasn't left since. He's been here for about 10,000 years. He spent all of his time scribbling down the mad rantings that flood his shattered mind.
Does Reese share that?
Reese?
Oh, one sec.
Oh,
he's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
But that's what Reese
Talking
finds.
to Bowie. the
I'm
cat.
so sorry. No, there's snow coming, and my mom and I were talking logistics of where cars are going.
Gotcha.
But I'm so sorry. All I remembered was up to dating profile.
Oh shit, sorry. Okay, so Basically, the Scribbler was an ancient Aslanti. He was a sea elf, which was the ancestors of Reese. Adelina's told you so much. It's why she speaks Aslanti.
Exactly.
So this guy witnessed the Earthfall when Adelina's goddess Akavna died. She got smashed by the meteor. The same time, Bix's ship smashed against it, and that he was one of the only survivors. The Scribbler witnessed this, and it drove him crazy. So he's been living in this temple for 10,000 years, being driven mad by Lamashtu whispering in his brain.
Holy shit, poor guy. I'm glad we freed him and killed him.
It was a mercy.
Yeah. Holy hell. Okay. And Reese is just gonna be like, yeah, so I know we're not normally like, hey ho, let's murder this guy just to murder. We kind of actually freed him. He's been having Lamashtu in his head. He's actually one of my people, apparently. So yeah, no, this is good. It's good we killed him. We're the good guys.
10,000 years. That's a...
Yeah, imagine
Actually,
that in your head for that long. Ugh.
Well, I can't. I know it's interesting that he survived Earthfall. Giza told me that our people, the Kayal, were Aslanti humans that needed to escape, and so we were given passage to the Plane of Shadows, and that is what became the first fetchlings.
I as well survived the Earthfall. The Horizon's pursuit, the ship I was on from Cas Revel, smashed into the goddess and the rock. Our elven pilots were so stunned by the visage of a goddess in front of them, they did not see what they were piloting. I, 3 others, automatons, and Cassandra Lee were the only survivors.
What about your people, Khan? Where did they come from?
New York?
New York and Paris.
Priceless. But there are 2 more exits. There's one kind of hallway just to your west.
That's right.
There's
also
another
room over here.
There's also a shattered pathway to the south that leads to kind of a cave.
I know I can't read what's in here, but I know that Reese can, so I'll point it out. But then I want to look over what's down here.
Oh, that was what I talked about with the those 2 rooms were the same place. That's the Hungry Claw and the Kellish Sands. Yeah, those 2 rooms were the same room. So opening this up.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, this one's a little gross.
Are those meteor crystals?
Yes.
That looks fleshy.
Blood is this cavern's decor. Swaths of it lie splattered on the wall, and pools have congealed and begun to rot on the ground. Bits of flesh lie scattered as well. Whatever happened here, it happened poorly for many. And give me perception checks.
Oh,
In the tower.
okay.
Hun is distracted by the blood.
Khan, why are you doing this? Stop it.
And actually, looking at the blood
What I'm
was
stimming.
staring and concentrating on the blood was actually a good thing because Khan's the only one who passed the perception check. Because within the piles of flesh and blood, small mounds begin to squirm. 6 small parasitoids try to wiggle their way to the surface, making horrid noises with their pseudo-mouths. Oh, and
Can we,
they are there.
I pour acid on them.
There they are.
Can
Can
we
you see those on the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to go into combat to kill them, or are they so low?
No. They're so low level. You just needed to see them.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you hadn't seen them, they would have pounced and attacked. They were more of a trap than anything.
Yeah, I think I'll go through and using my melee weapons. I got some daggers and stuff.
You have a whip.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that the big part was just seeing them, but you're able to pretty quickly dispatch all of these disgusting endovores, as Lord Karutz called them in his letter.
Oh, these are endovores.
Well, think about it. If you've got endoskeleton, it's the skeleton inside of you, and like carnivore, they eat meat. So endovore means they eat your insides.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah.
Pretty
Endovore.
gross.
Pretty gross. But this cavern leads back up into the main cathedral. But they're very easy to dispatch, these things. So I'm gonna take
Does
them off the map.
Reese recognize more writings?
There's no writing in this room. It's just all blood and congealed, crystallized blood, essentially.
Yeah, Reese is just gonna fucking go. He's got.
There's one place left to check. Down over here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
almost missed that.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay, let's fake. Reese just didn't go back.
Whoa. I
Secret
run. I don't care if there's
tunnel.
traps, I run through.
Okay. Who else is following?
Same.
Okay.
All three of our dumbasses.
Okay, clearly.
Ooh.
So stop.
Sorry, if you need us to stop, we'll stop.
Yeah, stop there. Where'd it go? There it is. Yes.
Rocks fall, everyone.
We're
dies.
triggering trap.
There- There's some strange moss on the floor that as you all pass by, I need you to all roll a DC 36 will save, please, publicly.
Awesome.
Hey.
Easy.
Nat 20, Zavita's fine.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Critical fail.
Critical fail, baby.
No. Oh no.
Again, nope.
No,
Does it
that's-
take?
Oh,
Please tell
and
me it doesn't take over their brains and turn them
doesn't.
against
No,
us.
I'll give you that one. It doesn't do that.
Listen, I'm just saying, if Khan becomes a bad guy, it's a TPK or dead.
You're
There's
right,
no
you're
coming
right.
back from that.
It's not that.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
God.
So Bix rolled a nat 20, so Bix is totally fine. Sarah rolled a 37, which is a regular success. So that's good. That's good. Where is the specific thing that happens? So who all happened to what? It's a critical success for Zavid?
Yes.
Okay.
I
who got
critical failed.
You critical failed and Reese failed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, I hate this.
Okay. So what happens is, as most of you run past, Khan and Reese are holding up the rear, and as you step on this moss here in the center, it explodes out in a series of spores, and it casts cursed metamorphosis on you both, as you're both transformed into a jackal.
Oh, that's fucking
Reese?
rad.
Reese for 1 minute, Khan permanently. It is a curse. So until you get decursed, Khan, you are a jackal with none of your mental faculties. You are now just a jackal until you can get fixed. Reese, it'll go away in 1 minute.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna
I-
just
I,
like
like-
start chasing Khan's tail.
Whoops, that is too big.
Like we're both like yapping at each other.
We're just
Uh-huh.
like pouncing.
There we go. And then I
Oh
can...
my
Did
Well,
that
I didn't-
hide you, Reese?
You know what?
No,
I do have a
Khan?
5th level slot I didn't prepare anything in. How likely would it have been that I prepared remove curse? I wonder.
Roll a wisdom save in the tower, or publicly, and we'll see how wise you are. Actually, just
Okay.
call it a wisdom save. No, or not a wisdom save, just a straight wisdom. And I'll go
Alright.
D&D DC. Okay, that's high enough. Yeah, you can have prepared a decurse, but you see both of them as these spores erupt. They turn into jackals in front of you.
I'm just gonna kind of stop and just stare and just
Let us
shake
have
my
fun.
head like a disappointed father. Just should we? I look over to Sarah Neely. She succeeded, but not critically. How's she feeling?
Oh, that's right. What happens with that? Sorry, let me see. What
Just
is
like
this?
a laughing fit or something, maybe.
I think she. Oh, I think I remember what it is. Where's that spell? Yeah, you look. That I know what it is. I remember. You look back at Sarah Nulia, and you see she has a snout and whiskers and fur, but she's still her.
So
You
she's
get
got a partial
aspects of the
fursuit.
creature. Yeah, you get a partial fur. You know, in Harry Potter, when Hermione drinks the potion and she's like half
Yeah.
cat, it's kind of like that. She doesn't go full jackal.
To get fully jackaled off.
What do I have something on my face?
Yeah, you have jackal whiskers and fur.
Oh, Saren Ray. Oh,
Yeah, and Reese's jackal form's gonna look over, and if jackals can laugh, they're gonna fucking laugh. Yeah.
I'm like, you're a jackal, not a hyena.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, have you considered haha funny?
You don't say that. You can't say that.
It's funny.
I'm like looking at you both like you can't talk. You're not allowed. You're not talking right now. You're jackals.
You just hear us like mimicking you back.
I can't believe this.
And then
This is
after a
very
minute,
funny, but I'm gonna have to use a
Reese does
spell
pop
slot. I only. You pop back.
yeah.
Yeah, Reese would have popped back by now. So let me change Reese back to friendly. So there, you should be back now.
And Sarah Nulia, probably her stuff goes away as well.
Yeah, hers goes away as well. But Khan is very much still a jackal.
I think you gotta fix that one.
Gone. Are you gonna turn back? What does that
lies
mean?
down.
Tap your paw on the cement twice for yes, once for no.
Bix casts Speak with Animals, and he walks over and says, Rar, arg, rag, rar. And you understand him, Khan, is saying, I think your curse may be a bit more permanent. How do you feel? And you have the intelligence of a jackal.
So not much. Not much.
Not much up here.
Not much up here.
But it is Speak with Animals, so you can have a couple of basic
Yeah.
rudimentary sentences.
Yeah. Fine. I'm fine.
And Bix turns back to you and he says, yes, I believe she is fully under the curse of corrupt polymorph.
I roll up my sleeves. I start casting remove curse. It takes 10 minutes. This is like we're getting a curse off, so it's like
Sure.
and I'm trying to like do this, and I think you're probably getting bored and sniffing around moving, and I'm like, keep her in one spot for me, please. I don't want to
Reese
have to
just puts
start
like
over.
one arm around.
Give me nature checks. Unless you're like grasping. If you're
Oh,
trying
I'm
to be nice.
grasping.
Oh, then athletics publicly. Against Khan's fortitude DC, which I'm gonna say is a
Ooh.
34. Yeah, you hold it. Yeah, 34. So you
Reese
hit
can
it.
hold her down.
And so
You got
I'm
like your
I'm
mouth
trying
over her snout,
Yep.
so she can't bite.
I'm
Which he is
looking
trying
at-
to do.
I'm looking at this
Stop it.
jackal, and I'm like, it kind of looks just like Khan if Khan was a little bit more feral.
It
It's
does.
just-
It's cute. I didn't mind the jackal form. It was fun.
I'm so happy one of you critically failed on that.
I'm happy it was Khan because that's fucking hilarious.
There's so much worse
Spend-
things to have critically failed on.
Yeah.
I spend a 5th level slot. I didn't need to. I only needed a 3rd, but I'd already prepared my 3rd level slot. So I expend a 5th level slot, and it just removes. It counteracts the curse.
And Khan reappears. She morphs back into herself, and suddenly your
Reese's
mental
hand
faculties
is
come
still
back
on
to
her
you.
mouth.
Oh,
Ew, ew, this is worse than your jackal slobber. Ew, and I wipe it on her.
Does Khan have to redo her will save for the alignments and stuff? Because she was reduced drastically in intelligence for a time.
That is a very
came
interesting point. I like that. Yes, Khan, roll a will save. Let me get rid of your thing
all right.
so that you can roll it fresh. 1 second.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, roll a will save. DC 34. You are also no longer stupefied, and you don't have haste. 30. You risk regular fail, so it
Regular
helped.
fail.
You feel a little better, actually. So you've got Seeker's Blindness, the regular kind. Let me give that to you.
We got the Arcanas when we needed them.
There you go.
Yeah. We did get the Arcanas when we needed them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was weird. Oh, ugh. Oh, I
Okay,
didn't
but
like that.
You
having
turned
to
into
tell
a
is
rat earlier. I
great.
feel like you're used to this by now.
My brain, I was still having thoughts.
Fair.
My head was empty, but I liked chasing your tail. Fun.
I mean, that was a little fun.
All
And,
right.
the
Only a
store is-
little.
The store is
Yeah, just
unlocked.
little.
I kick it open.
Boosh. The walls, ceilings, and floor of this otherwise empty room are densely packed with writing, in many cases overlapping and tangled to near the point of illegibility. However, 4 short lines stand out on the northern door, carved into the stone, but otherwise alone on its face. And they read, "And now you've come and joined the forge. Upon rare lore your mind can gorge, and when you slough the mortal way, in legends long your deeds shall stay."
I'm not even sure if Reese would understand what that means.
Well, you've already figured out that they're probably talking about the Rune Forge when it says the Forge.
Okay.
And the Scribbler had said, or in his writings, had said that the Rune Forge was, Pipette said that the Rune Forge was a place of many magical secrets. So there's a lot of rare lore your mind can gorge. There's a lot of arcane magical secrets there.
Okay.
So
When
it's
you
basically
swap
saying,
the mortal way, it sounds like when you become immortal, maybe like a god or something.
well, perhaps it just means when you die.
True.
Sloughing
That's
your
not
mortal
fun.
coil.
That's lame.
Yeah, this one's a little less sexy.
Could be either.
And Reese just like goes and opens up and tries to open the next door.
No, this one is unlocked as well.
I'm gonna carve into the wall. Zavid was here, but it's gonna be WUC.
Fantastic. I love that. So you do so, and this door is locked.
Reese is gonna still try to open it.
Athletics check.
Power or no?
Public, please. You'll know immediately if it works or not. Not quite enough. You bash against it with your shoulder, but it's pretty stuck.
Hon, I need help.
Okay.
Thievery.
I think the
35.
jackal form just made me not as bright for a moment. More than usual.
35 TC. Ooh, not enough. I'm gonna have Sarah say, "Oh, let me give it a shot," and she will attempt athletics. She's not super.
Fail.
Nat
Fail,
20.
fail.
Oh, thank God.
That's
So-
still cool. But
Yeah.
it would have been cool if everyone. This was the final boss, the door we could not get.
The door you couldn't
It
open.
always
Oh,
is.
we cannot progress. What do we do?
Sarah bashes the door down. The
I
walls
drink each and every one of these.
Oh.
The walls of this room are decorated with flowing script and runes. A low table against the east wall is covered with vials of colored liquid, and sitting in an inkwell is a quill made from a peacock's feather. The scribbles on the wall of this room contain more than merely invocations to Lamashtu. They consist of notes regarding the state of the world beyond. The notes impart a feeling of someone from outside of time doing what he can to gather intelligence on a world that has moved on. The Rune Forge is also mentioned several times. The Scribbler seems to want to send agents to the location in order to gather supplies and raid it for magical items and texts, since he is convinced that the complex has long since been forgotten and abandoned. In particular, the note speaks of something called rune-forged weapons, items that the writer notes contained the souls of demons.
Oh,
Like
And
his,
Reese is just
his
gonna
little kukri, right?
tell
Mhm.
everybody about that one.
Yeah, so you're suddenly remembering that you picked up a kukri.
Yeah.
That yeah. So roll me religion in the tower, anybody. I'll have Sarah do that because she's good at it too. Yeah, none of you can feel anything wrong with the kukri. I mean, it seems like just a magical kukri.
I'm trying to find. I had something to do with.
Know anything about kukris?
I do
have
not know much about religion myself, but I could give it a try.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's he got? Oh, there's no way. Bix only has a +5 to religion. Even with a nat 20, that wouldn't be enough.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
This one?
No, you don't nothing either? Fuck. Okay.
No, it looks like a weapon to me.
Well, we have people who
Wait.
probably know religious things.
I've got some stuff. Hold on. I would like to see if I can figure out the name of the demon that might be inhabiting this kukri.
Okay. What are you going to do? You gonna like call Cabreri Collect or something? 1-800-CALL KBB.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Oh God, I've got this. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So I have a legendary true name amulet. The amulet bears the true name of a single creature with level no higher than the amulet's thing. But hold on, am I able to like put in a new name, or is it just one?
That is
name
stuck
here?
on the one. That's
Okay.
the
It's a
name
good
of the
name to
dead
have.
god.
It's not a bad. I like the
It's a
name
good
that I
one to
have in
have.
there.
I think you're gonna want to keep that one.
I want to keep that one. Yeah. Okay. So that's not going to be a thing. All right. I would like to free the demon, I guess.
Well, hold on.
We don't need the cookery. We're not using it, right? So
But it looks like you could do some really good stabby.
it is pretty cool. But I would like to get this demon's. I would like to know what the demon knows about this place. I think information would be better than a cookery. You guys already have sweet weapons.
Fine.
And you can make a better weapon once we
Fine.
get there.
Excellent point.
I regret this. It's your fault.
I have Dispel Magic prepared. Can I figure out a way to, like, if I were to dispel the magic of the kukri, if someone were to sunder the item, would that free the demon?
Possibly, yes. That is a good thought. Roll me an occultism in the tower to see if that is something that you think might work. Yeah, you think that with a simultaneous sundering that it would probably release whatever is in this this sword.
Okay. I look to whoever has the most. You have a hammer or something that can break metal?
Ooh,
Well, you have
I guess an axe might work if you put it on a pivot like a stone or something. You can like cleave through it, maybe.
I have my greater wounding sword.
I feel like a sword might not be good enough against another like object. You know, I want to know if like anyone's got like a club or like.
Oh, actually, I do believe I have something that could be of assistance. Let me look into
And that's
my
the other thing. If your sword
rucksack.
isn't strong enough, you could break your sword on this thing, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bix has a mace.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, that's probably strong enough to break a blade on a rock.
Yeah,
So,
3d4 bludgeoning is what it is. Plus 1d6 sonic damage.
oh, sonic damage. Yeah, that'll.
Bix will hand
shatter it.
over his mace to you. So
Okay.
roll just at your highest
Oh.
damage, or your highest d20 in the chat. And what's Zvi?
Oh, me? Or is someone
No,
else bring it when I
you-
cast a spell? Because I gotta cast
Yeah,
a spell.
oh yeah, you have to cast a spell first. That's right. Hold off on that attack.
I mean, you can attack it now, but if it's magical, it's hard to. I don't think you can break it unless you depower it.
Right. So, roll religion publicly. You're looking for a DC of 40. So if you want, you can take like guidance and shit. Guidance will put you at a 38. Someone could assist.
I can
Sarah
assist.
Nelia will assist.
Or yeah, Sarah can probably even better.
Probably. Let's see. Religion. Where is that?
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
go to Sarah Nulia. I'm like, hey, help me free a demon.
She critically succeeded, so you can have another 2. So that's just enough. So.
She's like, I'll help. Wait, what?
So she is just barely able to help you with that. Reese, go ahead and so what does it look like as you're casting this spell?
I mean, I'm just dispelling the enchantments on here. I can see that they like bound this demon to the weapon and that it had some sort of inherent property. Either they carved some sort of like invisible runes in the weapon to use the demon's power to then have an effect, or it is an innate part of the demon that is giving the weapon a power. I don't know which though.
Okay. Excuse me. You determine with your roll that it is actually a demon that is trapped within.
Okay. And then does I think it's Reese has the mace.
That is correct. So Reese, roll your An attack at your highest bonus, your normal bonus.
Okay. Actually, we have a question from somebody in the chat. They said,
Oh, sure.
Is this a homebrew or an AP?
Well, that's a great question for right this moment. Technically, this is a homebrew campaign, but this area right here, I plucked directly from Rise of the Rune Lords. This is the Scribbler's Den. The Scribbler is Pathfinder canon. Those poems are actually in there. I changed very little in those poems. They fit shockingly well into our campaign. So
That's cool.
So this particular area is from an AP. It's from Rise of the Rune Lords Book 5, and the Scribbler is canon to Pathfinder.
And anyone who doesn't know, Rise of the Rune Lords is like the first and most popular of the Pathfinder adventures. Like it's the big one.
All right. So what
Yes,
did I need
but
to do?
overall, the campaign is homebrew. You need to just roll a regular attack at your highest.
Okay.
Just bonk it. You can bonk it.
Yeah,
bonk
just
it.
do a bonk.
Just
Regular
flex
attack.
your muscles a little first, just to get pumped up and.
Oh no! Well, 14 plus all your stuff.
Oh,
What is
fuck.
14 plus
That might be good enough. That might be fine.
28. So that's a 30, 42. That is absolutely enough to.
Okay, cool.
So critical success. I'm gonna throw this into your inventory here.
Yeah, my brain went to D&D mode, so I just rolled a 20.
You're good. 1 second. There it is. Oh shit! It didn't. Ugh. Never mind. Ignore that. I don't know why that didn't work. So what I want you to do is roll 6d4. I think is what it is. Where's Bix? Because you definitely critted with that. Oh wow! It completely. Yeah, 64 plus your strength, which is 5. So plus, or what is your normal thing? Your normal damage is plus
5 strength. Yeah.
5. Yeah, so 6d4 plus 5. Final answer.
Do you not double the 5 on a crit?
Oh, that's right. So it would be another 5. So that's 17 plus 5 is 22. That's really good. And then the hammer also releases a sound burst spell. So the sword gets a save. It rolled really bad. So it takes an additional 26 sonic damage as your hammer smashes down on this thing, and it makes an echo in this small chamber as it shatters, and a bunch of smoke begins to emanate from the broken blade. And I didn't pick it up. Sorry.
I'm just gonna, as a joke, I'm gonna look at Sarah Nulia and laugh evilly. According to plan.
And it forms into a horned, red-skinned, bat-winged woman, female demon, standing before you. And she says, "Oh, you have freed me from this blade. Thank you."
I want to make. Can I do like a perception check to see if she's about to attack us or bail?
Sure, perception's fine. In the tower, please. Anyone who wants to try.
I need to gauge whether or not she's actually thankful to us and wants to like help us, or as a demon being chaotic evil, just gonna be like, cool, I'm gonna consume your souls now.
Lie to me requires at least 1 minute of interactions. You would need to get her to stay here for 1 minute to keep talking.
Okay,
you need to keep her talking.
Let's
Can I get your number?
And then Reese, perception in the tower, please.
Perception in tower.
Reese, you can tell she's happy to be out of there. Okay. Zavid, you have no idea what her intentions are. Khan, you aren't really sure.
Yeah.
So if she seems happy, we could probably hold her for about a minute.
Yeah, Khan, you can tell she's not immediately drawing her weapon. Zavid, you cannot get a beat on her.
I say, what do we call you?
My name is Thazadorix. What is yours? I'll write that down.
I am the Umbromancer of Cabrir, and among our numbers, the chosen of Cassandali, the chosen of Lamashtu Po. You are amongst many chosens at this moment.
And who's this? And she looks to Reese and to Sarah, and she looks to Sarah Nulia and says, I smell light on you.
Her name's Betty.
Pretty. Pretty. I want you to roll a deception check on that.
Sure. I'm gonna just keep talking and like talking myself into a
you're
corner. We
looking-
call her
make it-
Petty Betty because she's so petty all the time.
Public, and you're looking for a 36.
Oh, come on.
She's a
Whoa.
demon.
Wait,
A
I
devil,
didn't
I
do
guess.
that.
She's a devil. Not a
Okay.
demon. A devil.
She's a devil. Oh, that's different.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
So,
she knows you're lying, but she thinks it's cute.
anyway,
Sorry, if I said she was a demon, I misspoke. She is a devil.
Look, we freed you because this one that had the kukri for 10,000 years, the Scribbler, is finally dead. We slayed him. And when we realized that there was a sentient being in this weapon, we knew we couldn't. Our conscience couldn't allow such a grave injustice to occur. We thought perhaps if we freed the one in the weapon, we could perhaps ask you a few questions before you depart back to the lower planes.
I want you to give me a group persuasion check on that.
for diplomacy then.
Diplomacy, public.
I want to. Okay, group. Do I have to like aid or do I?
Or you can aid, yeah, like whoever you want to run the main one.
Okay. Shit.
Not quite enough to help, but you don't not help. You don't make things worse.
Okay.
Okay, and con?
I'm really bad.
Yep.
No, that 20 helps. So it kicks Reese up to a 31. So I think Reese, you can see Zavid kind of stumbling, and you're going to have to take over the talking.
That's okay because I'm gonna have Lie to Me on anyway. And
Because by the
that's-
time you realize he's stumbling, I'll say the minute has come up.
Okay. Zavid, I got this. So with Lie to Me, you can use deception to weave traps to trip up anyone just trying to deceive you. You can engage in a conversation with someone trying to lie to you. Use your deception DC if it's higher than your perception, to determine whether they succeed. It doesn't apply if you don't have a back and forth dialogue.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you can tell that so far she's not been deceptive to any of you. She seems straightforward. She doesn't seem to be trying to hide the fact that she's pleased to be out of that kukri, that knife. And she looks to you all and she just says, "Oh, 10,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck."
God damn
you.
it.
Oh my
God damn it.
god.
Come on.
I suppose.
Leave the Zoom call.
Leave the meeting again.
Yeah.
I'll just.
I
end
suppose
stream
as a
here.
reward I could answer some questions.
All right,
Considering
Zavid.
we
And since you put up with my quote, I've been setting that up. I very carefully set up that one.
I've got a few questions right out the gate. I look to Reese like, do you want me to ask them or do you want me to tell you
You
so you
can-
can ask them?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Group
no,
passed.
Okay.
No, you can ask them. He's just a little tired. That guy was a lot, but you got your questions you want, right, Zavid?
I have some questions, but of course I would not dream of asking them without providing some information in return. You've been trapped for 10,000 years. The world has changed in ways since then. The fall of Aslant has happened and is now the stuff of mythology and legend. New
Yeah.
countries have taken hold everywhere. Places of great power are not now forgotten ruins. There are new powers involved, new gods even. And Rovagog is coming back.
At that she hisses.
Well,
All of
not
us feel the
if
same.
you're. I'm imagining as a devil you are beholden to Asmodeus, who's, by the way, still in power, still the big man. That does not
Well,
change.
of course he is.
He is still not happy with the idea of Rovagog coming back, but there are some gods who are still trying to make that happen. We are obviously trying to stop it. My question for you pertains to the steaming archipelago and the rune forge where this kukri was made and where you were bound.
Oh, yes.
And I want to present the
stuff that we found, all the things, and like, could you give us some clarity on the riddles here and what they mean, basically, so we don't have to keep making checks to try to figure shit out. Can you just tell us what this
Absolutely.
is?
I've got the full poem here. I will send this to Discord right now.
Okay.
And she will, number one, tell you it in the correct order, which is helpful. So there's that.
And again, she's truthful this whole time.
As far as you can tell, yeah, she appears to not be lying to you.
Okay.
She says, well, it would appear to me that this key here is referencing the key to Rovagug's prison. Perhaps he was thinking that they could craft a new key at this rune forge. It is a divine forge.
Shit. That makes sense. Damn it. Well.
I mean, he was talking in riddles. It's okay.
If he thinks it's abandoned, perhaps he thinks that he would be able to craft this key himself.
There's one thing I've learned, that it is even the most forgotten places meant to have people to be forgotten, like a pharaoh, for example. They're occupied, these places. There's no place that's not
They
occupied.
might even come back as pirates.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
All right. That is very helpful. I suppose I would like to ask what your intentions are, now that you are free.
I shall return to hell. Report back to Asmodeus, my king. Is there anything you would like me to tell him?
Ooh, this could be helpful.
Put in a good word for us. Just tell him that, like, we've been helping the cause and, like, we are allies to keeping the multiverse the way it is and not.
We don't want Rovagug to be free at all.
Ah, fuck that guy.
Oh, I do. Okay, so here, I got something. I do got something. But I need. Ah, shit. Is there a way I can communicate with someone without Cabreri hearing me? Out of game.
Not really. Mostly your own thoughts.
Ooh. This might not work, but it would be like kind of cool thematically. Lamashtu Po is all about like darkness and secrets and things being, kept from light. Could I invoke some of her power to shield Zavid's thoughts in this moment?
I'm going to piggyback on that and do something I was going to do anyway.
Okay.
Pipette crawls out of your hood and she says, I think I can be of assistance. Your master, Asmodeus. I was not wanting to reveal my hand so early, but all of you can be trusted. I wish an audience with your master, Asmodeus. I have an offer for him. I greatly wish to speak with him. It is of the utmost urgency, and we will make our way there with haste. Please let your master know that Lamashtu Po, Grandmother Rat, wishes an audience. And Thazadoric says, very well. I shall tell him that Lux Et Umbra was it, and Lamashtu Po wish an audience with his greatness.
Also, hey Zavid, do you have like one of the pamphlets so she can get caught up with the whole...
I hand the pamphlet. I'm like, let me know if Asmodeus wants to be included on here. I can put the King of Hell on there if he wants it.
It's no issue. It could just be transmutated. All the other ones will get like him on there. It's pretty cool.
It takes like an hour of work. It's no big deal.
I will let you know what he thinks. I believe he will be interested in this alliance. Very well. Thank you very much for freeing me. I appreciate all of you. And she walks past and slowly rubs a claw down each of your cheeks. It hurts, but it feels good, but it hurts.
I want to see
Thank
what
you.
Serenulia is doing. This fucking devil is
Thank
just
you.
like...
No.
She's just like throwing up in the corner.
Serenulia
sorry.
is... Do you know what a cowboy lean is? Where you got your arms crossed and you're
yeah.
leaning up against a barn with one foot up. She's doing a cowboy lean, just scowling at this whole situation.
Meanwhile, Reese is just like, hello, yes.
And I'll go over. I'll be like, listen, she's a devil. That's good. I mean, they're
The
evil.
devil that
but,
you know is
that's
better
good.
than the devil that you don't, Sarah.
Demons, you can't trust a demon. You don't know what they're going to do. A daemon,
they'll do whatever is like the most evil thing because that's kind of all they got, really. Devils, like, they see the big picture. You can reason with the devil. You can make a deal with the devil. They say not to do it, but like that's what
You
they're known
can.
for. You can do it. It can work for you if if you're
I
a
want you to
lawyer.
roll a religion check against her will's DC of 32, which I'm sure you're gonna nail.
Okay, all right. I'll just.
Yeah, public. Oh, you critically succeed, and that kind of, she still doesn't like it, and she's,
I want to show her one last thing too.
Hmm.
I'll like use my ring of ventriloquism so that like I can just whisper, so that the Thaza, what's her name, doesn't. let's say
Thazadorix.
Thazadorix.
Thaz is fine.
Thaz isn't here. I want to say, I also had a stratagem in case she was violent or trying to take advantage of us after her freedom. I have a wand that can put her under our control, but it's better to let her be free if she's cooperative.
All right. I don't like it, but you serve a god that Saren Ray seems to be at odds with, but she's aligned with him, so she's much wiser than me. I'll follow her example. And Sarah, walks over to the demon, or the devil, I'm sorry. She walks over to Thaz, and she puts up her hand and touches her cheek, and then walks off.
Damn. Okay.
You rolled really high. You critically succeeded against her, so
Zavid's like, this is weirdly hot. I'm not really sure what's going on right now.
Very well. Is there anything else I can answer before I go home?
Want to go on a date sometime?
Save the world and we'll talk, little one.
Sounds great.
I have one more question. Do these boots look good to me? I got the Hellfire boots on. Are these good? Do you like these boots?
I prefer purple light, but... And she waves her hand and now your boots can change color at your whim. The
I
fire
like you.
can change color.
I like you. Go back home. You're free to go.
We'll see you later.
Thank you again, Lux Et Umbra. We will be in contact to let you know about your audience with my lord. Good day. And
Con is nodding, but the second that, our new devil friend is gone, she kind of picks up Pipette and is like, hey, Pipette, what the hell is that? What's going on?
We have some things to talk about. My
I collapse on the
machinations
ground.
go far.
Also, she wasn't lying about anything she was saying, even the date. So yeah, she was actually being very truthful the whole time. I used my my experience from dealing with my dad for all these years to help me. I could read.
And now that all of the intense magic from that kukri is gone, Zavid, you pick up that the peacock quill on the desk is magical.
Ooh, okay.
Now that the overwhelming aura from that devil sword is gone, the very weak aura on this quill is, you pick it up and
I crawl
realize
over.
the Scribbler's quill. This is a very, very minor magic item, but this peacock feather has been magically enchanted to write with no need for ink, and the color can be changed by thinking of it. So, very minor magic item, but whoever wants it can have it.
I'm giving Con.
What?
For your new grimoire.
Yeah, the new, yeah.
You have a grimoire that needs a suitable quill to write in
That
it.
is true. She takes the quill, and she fetches the grimoire, immediately starts writing it in blood red ink. It just has to be on brand.
And
No,
you
I
can
have
also,
something
like,
funny.
if you need like a note, like for example, so the main text is in red, right? But then like, oh, you want to do a note that's in blue, like, by the way, author's note.
Annotations.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it didn't work quite right. Okay, 1 second. Let me...
I feel like that also can be like anytime we need an update to match the pamphlets, we could just that quill can be used.
I can't
Yes,
believe
true.
I've been playing kind of impulsively today, and like I'm kind of glad because someone got turned into a jackal, and
Yeah.
we freed apparently a very attractive devil lady.
Is
sometimes
Reese
you
Reese
just-
if Reese doesn't ask the devil out on a date?
Yeah, right.
Big,
I was waiting for it.
big
I was waiting.
demon, big devil
It's been a hot
mommy.
second. There we go, Con.
Better the
I've-
devil whose number you have than the devil you don't.
Accurate. So, Con, I've put it in your inventory. It's in under the. It says the Scribblers, but it's air. I can't put a strike through, so I put 2 hyphens. It's a strike through. Now it's Con's quill. Because
Yeah, there we
it's
go.
no longer the Scribbler's quill. But yeah, it's very, very low level magic item. It's just a color change in pen.
That pen everybody wanted to exist on Kickstarter like 10 years ago.
Uh-huh. But I think this place is rather cleared out. Should we get back to those women, see how they are doing?
Yeah, that sounds like a
Yeah.
plan.
All right. And by the time you guys get back up there,
They're all dead.
no, the Windseeker is just landing.
Ooh,
So
cool.
the airship that you all have, and I'm going to kind of hand wave a little bit of you getting them on there, and I will just share this with you. So you can close the Scribbler's Den now. Back to the Windseeker. And I've not added the women at the moment, but the
We're gonna
6 of
pretend
them
they're
are
there.
here. Yeah.
And Reese is gonna run over to his sister and be like, "Hot Devil Mommy Day. I have Hot Devil Mommy Day with after we save world.
Oh, you got yourself a date there, Reese. Good job.
He
With
has
the hot
big,
devil.
he's big, horny, and can crush me.
Oh, I like 'em horned.
Me too." And he just like scampers back over to the group. He's got to inform his sister the important details.
Oh, who are all these then, Zavid? He's looking at the 6 women you brought on board. What in the 9 hells
they have
happened
gone
out
through.
there?
Hey, listen, they've gone through a really rough time. All right, and I'd rather not get into why or how that time was rough. All you need to know is they need all of the support and a gentle hand.
And
Everything,
probably a
just-
few
just-
drinks or 5, 10.
Yeah, they need to rest. They need a good meal, and they just need understanding and patience.
Well, if there's one thing Gunnar can do is prepare a hot, stomach-filling meal, I'll go get that ready. And Gunnar goes down to the lower decks to start cooking food for everybody.
And I'm sitting here like I've totally forgotten about Karats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, we're gonna meet Asmodeus. That's a little. I'm like, do I need to brush my teeth? Like, what do I? When is it happening? What do we do?
Also, we should probably introduce Sarah.
That's right. Sarah is
Yeah.
brand new, and Bix
And
are
Bix.
brand new to the Windseekers. Yeah, in fact, Yanka will come up to Khan and say, "Who's your new friend there? Did you find the princess you were looking for?"
He's not
Wow.
in another castle.
Yeah, I point to Vix.
All of you are so capable. You found and brought us back from the dead in the labyrinth, and you found this hidden princess in the desert.
Oh, there's
That's
someone just
nothing,
as
that's
cool
nothing.
though.
And who's this then?
This is Bix, but he can introduce himself.
Yes, my name is BX9, chosen of Cassandra, but you can call me Bix. It's far easier. Oh, found another chosen, did you? Collect the whole set.
You have Demarius at home.
Come on, can we get Demarius?
No, we have Demarius at home. Thank you for being
so
on my
funny.
brainwave.
Yes, I got that. So if you want to, you can kind of have, this is long rest era-ish time.
Yeah.
So I assume you want to chat about what just happened with Lamashtu with Pipette.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
A
Con
little
really
bit.
wants to talk about it, but also doesn't want to like put Pipette under like a
Mhm.
bucket or something and then talk. So
Oh,
I
do
guess
you want to discuss it without her? Is that what you're saying?
Con,
'Cause she can
I-
answer any questions you
think-
want.
she's gonna pick up a Pipette again. Just kind of hold her, She's like, yeah, can you, Pipette, can you possibly go into any more details about, what you want to talk to Asmodeus about? As the person whose shoulders you nap on and do give me
Yes.
magic and all that.
Very well. Come, let's go to the bowels of the ship. We can eat and discuss. I can.
Reese is still gonna have lied to me up, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You're staring intently at this rat.
Just like,
Yeah.
I know this rat, so I don't have to even like really worry at this point, like, the minute conversation that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Quarters. Yes. So I believe Gunnar. Where did he go?
He's
there he
cooking.
is.
He's cooking.
Yeah, he's
We're
cooking.
letting him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him
Let him cook.
Let
Yeah,
him cook.
He's
Let him
there
cook.
in the kitchen. So this is kind of the base of the ship. World Walker and Wisp are at the northern end. Wisp, you brought Wisp back, and they're talking with World Walker, having a good time, eating some birds that World Walker caught while you were gone. But you do have the chance. Adelina and Anyanka are both at the top deck, so you have a moment to yourselves.
Yeah.
And do you want Bix and Saranulia there? That's up to you.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, they can stay. Mostly Khan was thinking, I don't want to creep out Saranulia, but it's like she would probably rather know than think we're keeping dark evil secrets from
That's
her. So
Probably a good point. Okay.
So I will include them. Khan isn't,
Oh.
Khan isn't particularly worried.
Oh.
She just wants to know what's happening.
Okay.
I figure we're going in the captain's.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just fine. Captain's
We
quarters
hear
right
we
here.
hear like a grill and some whistling from the room over.
Just making up the soup, making up the soup.
That's the perfect background noise for what we're doing.
It has his own theme music.
So you lock yourselves into the captain's quarters, and Pipette slithers her way out of your cloak again, and she says, I was hoping to not have to tell you this for a little while at least, but my plans do go far. My machinations have been at work for quite a long time. You see, I have been gathering secrets for many long years myself. I have shared many with Khan, many with all of you. It is time I reveal most of them. I cannot keep these secrets longer. Zavid, I must apologize to you, Umbromancer, for I have overheard your conversations with your god. I have eavesdropped. You have never seen me. I command the shadows better than you think. For this I must apologize. I know that Cabriri wants you to slay the shadow of Urgathoa. Now, I wish to help. You see,
All right.
I know your lord's plan. He wants to take her over. He wants her to die when the conjunction comes. He wishes to be the god of undeath. I do not wish this for myself, but I do wish Urgathoa dead. Now, you have already seen much, Zavid. You know that I wish for Khan to be a godslayer. I wish for her to kill Urgathoa. However, her mortal hands can do no such thing. She needs a touch of divinity, which is why I plan to give her my remaining bit of a Kavna's flesh. It will not make her a god, but will give a touch of divinity in order for you to wield Ishitir. And she makes
Khan will become like
Yes.
Hercules, like a demigod
Like
or
her
something.
chosen.
basically
almost.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Pipette waves her hand, and I'm sorry, I had to pull up an image, and you see a broken spear, an image of a broken spear appear in front of you, and she says, "This is Ihistir, Godslayer spear. This was a weapon of Asmodeus himself. He committed the first murder with this weapon. He slayed his brother Ahis in the first act of murder and betrayal. The weapon has been broken, and it can only be wielded by those with a touch of divinity, but it can also slay divinity. I wish to speak with Asmodeus, to offer myself. If I can have my champion slay Urgathoa in his name, not to usurp her, but I would be raised to his right hand. I wish to be Asmodeus's right. Cabriri can be god of undeath. I do not wish to stand in his ways, Avid. I wish only to be subordinate to Asmodeus. Khan, you will be making no such contract. If we fail to slay Urgathoa, I will be forfeit. This will, of course, mean your magic will no longer work, but you will not serve Asmodeus in the afterlife, nor in mortal life.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why do you want to be subservient to the King of Hell?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I myself am only lord over a small domain, the shadow of the moon. I wish to control more, but my aspirations are not so hubristic as to think that I would take over hell from the Lord Asmodeus. My aspirations are high, but I am no fool.
I see.
And she's pretty much
It is
telling the
better.
truth.
As far as you can tell,
Okay.
you have no reason to doubt anything that Lashupo has told you.
Okay.
So there is the whole plan that she's been hiding, laid bare. She wants to offer herself in exchange for, if she can take out Urgathoa for him, she wants to be raised to his right hand. He's out nothing if she fails. You know? But she wants to essentially give you like you said, like Hercules, just the drop of divinity to be able to wield this blade.
I mean, anything that gets us closer to this goal, I think is worth considering. I just, So you've heard the conversations that Cabriri and I have had.
Several, yes.
Have you heard anything else?
I've heard a few things, but I will not tell any secrets that you do not wish beyond what I have said now.
I want a perception check. I want to know if she's bluffing to just make me
Sure.
believe that she's heard more.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Or if, like, she actually knows some shit about me that I've never told anybody.
You don't get a good read on her.
What does Reese read?
You think she's probably telling the truth, that she's heard a little bit more, but she doesn't have on her face like she knows any horrid secrets.
She is also tiny. She's just a small little thing.
And she only would have started... I only started listening into you recently, within the last 3 weeks, perhaps. Anything before then I did not hear. And again, you have no reason to really suspect she's lying.
Okay.
I think this would be fine to try. In that case, we need to be very careful how we proceed. Anything you say to Asmodeus can become a legally binding thing.
Yes.
And once you are in a deal with the King of Hell, you don't get out of that deal unless the terms are met. And he loves to make deals where the terms can never truly be met, so they're never truly over.
Part of the deal is allowing us use of the Ahistir, the Godslayer blade.
I think even if he agreed to help, he's going to want more than what you'd offer. Even you being subservient to him might not be enough. If he thinks that he can get more out of us, he will try.
You are certainly correct, yes.
So, what are we prepared to lose to get his help on this?
I am willing to sacrifice my entire being. None of you are expected to sacrifice what I am. I do not expect you to follow me into hell and give up your existence. Only that you will follow me into hell.
Doesn't sit right with.
We should. I mean, we need to find a way out of hell once we get there.
I think it is not an issue if Asmodeus has us there and we have come to an accord. I think he can send us back with
Easily.
a flick of his hand. Like it's not going to be an issue for him. But getting to him will still be difficult.
Yes. We could reach it from the celestial hallway within the Mordant Spire.
I see.
I think there's something I would like to accomplish first before we head that way. Something in Osirian that if I don't do this now, I will not have another opportunity.
What is that?
There's a city of ghouls that I need to visit before we leave.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before. You know, I'm ready to kick some undead butt myself. And Sarah starts cracking her knuckles.
We're not there to fight. Not
Oh.
immediately, anyway. We will be there to gauge the allegiance of the ghouls. Do they serve Nyarlathotep, or do they serve Cabriri? If my old leader, Lord, what was his name?
Karatz.
I made the name up too.
This is why I told you to reread your backstory.
My old leader, Karatz, is in control of that cult, and that cult has wormed its way into the city. We might have a fight down our hands. But I've also talked to some Lenghouls. These are, to explain, these are ghouls that did follow Nyarlathotep. They are a different kind of ghoul than your typical ghoul. They have a culture. They're very intelligent. And I convinced them of a truth that Nyarlathotep does not actually care about their well-being. They are pawns. Cabriri has made his whole identity about ghouls. Even if he came later, he is the patron of all ghoul kind. And if they are serving Cabriri, we have allies there. Because they are my allies. I think we discussed having people hide in my shadow so that it's just
That is for
me.
5 minutes.
That's only
No,
5 minutes.
it's not even just you. It's you are included in the shadow. So it's just a shadow that moves along the ground.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought
unless
maybe
someone
I
is
could-
really I mean, I suppose I'll say you can choose to not go into your shadow, but you're the only one that can choose that.
Can I... Could it be that we extend the time if I'm not in my shadow?
Sure.
Past 5 minutes. You
Sure.
can determine how long that's okay to do. But
Yeah.
that way I could be me as an emissary of Cabriri or whatever. I could have this official station.
Sure.
And then basically anyone looking too closely at my shadow sees there's me, and then a bunch of people hanging onto the shadow, trying to occupy the same space as much as they can.
Here's what I'll say. You can, if you're not in it, you can double it to 10 minutes. And if you burn spell slots, you can add 5 minutes at a time. Spell
I like
slots of,
that.
let's say, let's go on 5th level, because that's pretty high, but not too high. For every 5th level slot you burn, you can have another 10 minutes, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be just enough to.
So you can have 10 minutes if you don't meld, and then 10 minutes per 5th level slot. Or per slot you're willing to spend above 5th level.
And if I have to go into my shadow, then it would be 5 minutes per slot again. That would be reduced. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
5 minutes per slot. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willing to be some wiggle room. These are for role playing purposes anyway. That's what the cards are for.
Hell yeah. All right. I think it's about that time though.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So this is a good place for us to stop. You finished. You took out the Temple of the Ascendant Birth, killed the Scribbler, saved the 6 women, removed the nasty parasitoids, the endovores, from within them. You learned some shit from from Pipette, and you freed a really sexy devil. So you've got plans going forward. You've got the Ghoul City, and then I think you were trying to tame a rock before you leave Assyrian.
Yep.
So We've got that to look forward to. I'm not sure if we have anything going on next week, so we'll see. We'll plan. We'll see what's going on. But otherwise, we'll see everybody next time. Hope you'll join us here on Tales from Shadow Valley. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.